I'm not ready. Hold on. Do you want to turn it on and you want to do it this way, or do you want... Well, yeah, you have to... What are you doing? Is it regarding your game night? It better be fucking your game night, not... I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? I'm nosy. Let's make sure I covered up her thing. Okay. Wait, you're live? But your ears? They can hear me, can't they? Yes? Okay, I'm gonna shut up. It's fruit. I know right away. They're gonna be like, why? They're gonna be like, why? What are you doing? Are you advertising? Okay, you're advertising. That's fine. I don't know what this is. Maybe they'll just listen to the music. I didn't think you were going this early. I'm glad I caught you then.
Are you ready to roll? Hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is Panic Ness, and everything is fucking broken. Not really. But this Friday, we have Freaky Friday going on, which is going to be amazing. I get to be Ness, and Ness gets to be me. And right now, whether you don't know, me and her are wearing the exact same glasses, which you're going to see in a second. So before we get into... well, in all honesty, my name is Gruznik. I'm a charity streamer with Extra Life, one of the co-captains of Half Best Friends. We raise money for charity. If you don't know what Extra Life is, check it out. It's a platform that gamers can raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Look at this fucking dweeb. I've been waiting over a year to play Halo.
Answer Captain Ragtag. Panic's Nest.
Are we playing Halo? Yes, but what's the green What's the triangle for? It's to shoot you, right? That's what you do. You shoot people with it. Pretty sure that's how it works.
Yes.
Okay, how about we switch over?
Well, we're gonna switch over to this. Oh, look who we have here. Huh. Hi, Ness.
Hi. Pop it out, and then you could do full screen.
I mean, I could do
If you
that.
don't, well, I don't know if you want. I just
I don't
because
want.
you don't have streamer mode enabled, so you have people's names. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Well, that's true. I don't know what the hell I'm. How do you pop it out? What am I doing?
Where the little arrow on the box, you almost had it.
Huh? What?
Ness, get your lives together. Go over more.
This way? No, this way.
Yeah, past that, all the way to the corner, the other opposite corner.
Huh?
Yeah, pop it out. There you go.
This one?
Now you can't see nothing. Good job.
I popped it out like you said. What?
Where did it go?
Oh, there it is. Okay, don't worry, guys. Don't panic. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Everything is under control. Okay? Under control. Completely. Oh, it's gonna be worse on Friday. That's just a little taste of what's to come. But look, we have a guest star here. This is Panic Ness. The real Panic Ness is on the big screen. Took me a minute to realize that wasn't actually your hand, but a tiny hand. Fuck you. That's my wife, ladies and gentlemen. That's my wife.
Hi, wife.
So what brings you here today, Ness?
So we have a package that was sent by Samish Girl. I don't think she got my message in time, but she can watch the VOD and that will be okay. So, she sent us something, and if you look, I don't know if you can read it. Let me see what it looks like. It's probably not going to be backwards.
Yeah, open on stream to support Gruznik.
To support Gruznik. So, this is my community supporting your community, okay?
Oh, that's awesome. And for those of you who don't know, Ness is the captain of our team, who I said no to before, when she wanted me to join. I eventually did join, obviously. But more than that, she also has an NPC in the current M&M game. Terabyte, the villain.
Are you ready?
About as ready as I'm going to be.
Okay. This feels weird. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait, calm down. Wait, Ness, will you stay calm?
I'm getting nervous. Wait, what? What the actual fuck?
Hold on.
Those are micro.
Hold on. Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
What the?
Now I can feel like I have giant hands.
Peace sign
during the stream. This is gonna make me feel like my hands are normal sized.
Absolutely fucking hate those.
Wait, that's better? That's better. Block
Oh
my
my
damn face. Look at those.
What, are those snapping? The ones in the
hearts. Those are hearts.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe they are snapping.
Like it looks like
or it's the I love you, like the.
Oh yeah.
heart.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's so many different things. There's the peace sign.
That honestly is amazing, but bullshit at the same time. Like who makes something that small?
I don't know. I didn't say who made it. I just all I know.
I want to be sincere. Samish girl, thank you.
Oh wait, it's supposed to be like this.
Your mom.
Your mom. Sorry.
Mom's back there. She has nothing to do with this shit.
Your mom made small hands. I think it was supposed to be like that or something.
Oh.
I think it.
That's a lot of like what are they supposed to be used for? I don't understand. They're just there. They're just decoration.
This is to make you feel like you have giant normal size hands.
My hands are perfectly normal size, thank you. You did ask who makes something that small, and I just answered. Okay.
Samish girl, thank you. I don't know what we're gonna do with this, but something.
Oh my god,
We're gonna do something.
Those are ridiculous. Like those. Like
This says clearly to support you. So
yeah. Well, I thought these little things were bad.
I mean, they're not bad. Why are they bad?
Because you
Why
make
are you against your own hand disease, Grizzlink?
I don't have a goddamn disease, Ness. It's not a fucking disease at all. My hands are the same size as yours. They're the same size as Captain Ragtag's.
I never compared Captain Ragtag's hands to your hands. So
But you have seen the size of my hands compared to yours. He has the same size hands we do.
I don't believe that.
We're 3 peas in a pod. So wait. If you're my non-sibling, that means Cody's your non-sibling too.
No.
Yeah. That means
No.
Captain Ragtag and you are non-sibling siblings as well. Sorry. You'll be half non-sibling since he's my half brother, so he'll be half your non-sibling sibling. We have half best friends and half non-sibling siblings, right there. I mean, and you try to murder him as much as you try to murder me, so. Actually, I think you try to murder me. I think you try to murder me more because you just murder him in video games. You try to murder me in life.
He says, "Can I veto for having a sister?" Agreed. Yes. No. We're not. See, he doesn't agree to this.
It doesn't work that way, bitch. I'm talking to Cody, not you.
Anyways, I just wanted to share that these are amazing.
They honestly are. Thank you so much. They're friggin' ridiculous. But
Don't you feel the love?
I
Love?
I do feel the love, and I do appreciate it, even if it's so fucking stupid. I just want to glue. I just want to glue them to your glasses, or.
Get the hell out of here! I would just had that thought right now. I said I can make stuff with this.
Yeah, like
Anyway.
put them like they're holding it up or something.
Okay, that was it. You have a great stream.
Oh, the only other thing I can think of is not besides holding them on the glasses, having them on your microphone like they're holding the microphone up.
I don't think any of these are in. They're not that. They're just like.
It'd still be funny. No,
You're already making yourself laugh.
No.
You're making yourself.
So
laugh.
no, you put one on the bracket there, the one of the finger pointing that points at the sub printout.
This is what you want.
Yeah,
This
like
is what you want.
I didn't say I wanted. I was thinking. Look, it's okay. Okay, goodbye. I'm ending this call now. Goodbye. I'm ending that. 100%. Okay, how about we go back? How about we go back over here? Okay. Again, Friday. This Friday at 6. Hanging up on Ness probably felt good. So she's done that to me multiple times. You like my headband? Panicked Ness. Me and her wearing the same glasses. Is this that the new version of slamming down the phone, hitting the Discord button? Yes. Absolutely. So, but like I was saying, this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can check it out here or on at twitch.tv/panicness. We will be having a Freaky Friday stream where we will be playing Visceral Cleanup Detail, which is an amazing game if you haven't seen it. And this is an homage to my first night as a streamer. So I want to make that clear. So my first night as a streamer, after I had finally said yes to Ness, me, her, and Danny played a game called Devour. I ended my stream. Ness was still streaming, and we played Visceral Cleanup Detail. That was the first time she ever broke me before she realized that she could. And that's where the bucket meme comes from, because she made me drop my goddamn bucket. My only goal for Friday is to make her drop her goddamn bucket. So it's more like you have to catch up on how many times she's hung up on you. Gotcha. Yeah. So she broke me on her birthday stream when we were having dinner hour and stuff. She broke me, and then as I'm trying to calm down, she asked me if I was okay. I'm like, does it look like any part of this looks like I'm fucking, composed? And she hung up on me and just like, sorry, she didn't even hang up on me. She booted me. She booted me. I was a guest star, and she's like, "Fuck you, buddy. Have fun." Then starts laughing. I see how it is. But tonight is M&M night. So, Mutants and Masterminds. So this is issue 3. The name of this issue is Fool Me Once. So at the end of last session, the last issue, we saw an alien invasion, and we saw what happened to Dr. Aton and hit the full extent of his powers, which he is able to transverse dimensions, time and space, so he can go to any part of the galaxy he wants, open up portals. He's super smart. He is immune to a lot of different things. Very powerful, but you can see why he was kept under house arrest and stuff like that. So where we're going to pick off... Pick off? Goddamn. Pick up. There we go. Where we're going to pick up at is... I can't even remember what the hell I was saying. I'm all flustered. Hold on, let me look at my notes. No. Okay. So we're going to... Okay, off to the dentist. Oh, thank you for the lurking. I'd say enjoy the dentist. I don't think anybody really enjoys the dentist. But here, I need to move shit around. Okay. So we got the one job we've had. I promise. I can't say I blame you on that. Here, how about we move back to this? But I'm gonna do this so I can set it better. So it has been a weekend game since the events of the last time, and they did know that they're gonna have a visit from somebody. So that being said, we are going to start. So we meet our heroes outside of a mini-mart. Oh, hello?
Hello.
So, guys, it has been a week since the events of last issue. You do know that earlier today, before you guys left to go on a mission, that a member of the Vanguard Council was coming to talk to Dr. Aton. The last week has been pretty eventful. You have been doing success and bringing some of the crime rate down. You did earlier in the week. Beginning of the week, you got into an altercation with Terabyte and some of the gigabots again. Again, Terabyte escaped, but you thwarted their efforts when they were trying to steal some. They're trying to steal some tech from Andromeda. So the CEO of Andromeda, Sylvana, she did publicly thank you guys. And stuff like that, and said that she would gladly officially endorse you if you do need endorsement. So when it comes to stuff like that, endorsement is not a bad thing because that means it gives you funding for like what you need. But and all you have to do is just basically you do public appearances and stuff like that for them to let them know, hey, we endorse this company, we're friends with them and stuff like that, and they give you money to help your guys' cause. That's something that you guys have to decide as a group if that's what you want to do. Vanguard by itself, they have no real bylaws against it. It's just be smart. If you're going to do it, it's just for you. It's not for all of Vanguard. It's just for whoever individually does it. There have been some standard stuff going on here here and there with some of the bad guys. So you have encountered where did it go? So after the events of dealing with Terabyte again, you did about 2 days ago end up taking care of an assassin called Killshot.
We did?
Yeah. It was off issue. So it kind of pans to like 2 days prior, and you see sniper in the window taking a shot trying to take out Maximilian Mars and misses. Uh, uh, goes for a second shot, and then all you see is lightning come flying at it, flying at the gun. It pans back, and you see Thunderfist, shooting, his lightning stuff at Killshot, and then Stretch just kind of turns to a big blanket and just engulfs her and like tangles her up. So you did successfully thwart that, and she got sent to the penitentiary. So, and other than that, it's like some local street crimes and stuff. Where you find yourself today is outside of this mini mart. You just got done apprehending a criminal named Gator, who was kind of wreaking havoc a bit. So Gator is exactly what he sounds. Think of him as he's about a 9 foot tall alligator dude who is extremely greedy. He carnivorous, so he eats large quantities of raw meat, and he tends to get bloodlusty. If he gets into confrontation, he's going to get angry and he's probably going to kill somebody. So he had. After chasing him a couple blocks and stuff, you end up stopping him here at this mini mart that you guys are at. And right now you are talking to the local police. So this is actually, if you bring up your map. Yep. So if you bring up your actual, like the map of Emerald City.
Oh.
Here, I'll share it again. You guys are actually up in north side at the very top of the map. Northern Shore.
North Shore, yeah.
Yep, yeah. You guys are up. Yep, you guys are up there. With that, there was a large crowd because this was, like I said, you chased him several blocks. He did a lot of damage. Like between the three of you, you were able to get it. Like Dave at one point was like grappled on his back, just digging into him, while Stretch was trying to take out his legs, and Robert, Thunderfist was just between trying to electrocute him and just pummeling the shit out of him. You finally got him down. You wore him out because he was not used to being able to take on three. I mean, he got some licks in, so you guys are a little bit battered and bruised, but no worse for wear. But there was a large crowd there. Television crew ended up coming. A bunch of people were like posting on YouTube and TikTok live and stuff like that. So social media is like blowing up with your, what you guys were doing. But now the local police are there, and also a few Aegis members, because they're the responders that you have in this situation. Because normal cops, unless they have the Star Squad come, who specializes in this, it's usually Aegis agents from the local Aegis area or outpost that deals with this. Unfortunately, the Star agents were busy in a different part of the city dealing with a different criminal, so they had to send the Aegis guys, who actually flew by chopper. So there's actually a chopper in like in the middle of the street. But people are thanking you, and they're just like, "Hey, thank you so much, thank you so much." And then the news reporter comes up to you guys. So since you've been here, crime rate seems to be down 2%. Taking out Gators is definitely a mean feat. Previously, the Emerald Knights, they tried to apprehend him, but they're never successful. And you got him the first go around. The first time you had him, you did chase him a few city blocks. Do you have anything to say to the public about, about this or any of the other super criminals, and anything you want to say?
I was about to say, I roll a charisma check. We don't really have. That'd be more presence.
Yeah, no, charisma. There's charisma. It's not called charisma.
Oh, presence.
I would definitely say if somebody's speaking to the news, who has the highest presence, let them do it. I only have a 4. Mine's not going to be great.
Oh, you're only
Mine's
a 4?
5.
Yeah, mine's only a 4.
Yours is the best. Go ahead, spokesman.
My presence is the best at a 4?
No, Robert's
No,
is.
his at a 5.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
hold on.
Wait, Thunderfist is the one that's being the PR guy? You know he has anger.
He doesn't do everything.
It's like, you know he has anger issues, right? Like,
Mine's
Yeah,
a
that's-
2. Mine's the lowest.
Let me explain.
You said only a 4.
oh my God! Thank you for the resub. 20 months in the dungeon with us. Thank you so much, Vaping Unicorn, and welcome in.
Whoop whoop. Swear to God, if a magical chaos storm comes on our head,
There is no magical chaos storm.
he could make it happen. He's the chaos god.
There's no magical chaos storm on the chart, Dave.
No, there's weird cosmic occurrences.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Cosmically magical. Or something. I don't know.
It's magically
they-
delicious.
I don't know.
All
do
right,
we-
I'm gonna roll first, and then it's gonna determine what I'm saying. Do I just roll my presence dice with a +4, or do I put anything in the modifier? Will?
No, it's +4. It's present. It's D20 +4. That's it.
All right. That's what I rolled. Let me know on like a scale of like A+ to F where a 20 falls, and I'll tell you what I'm saying.
20 is about, if you go by average human standards, it's about a B.
That's about a B. All right.
You didn't stumble.
Yeah. All right. So just to clarify, what was the exact question we were asked? We were told like the crime rate has been moving down and everything. What was the question?
I wanted to know if you what you have to say about your ability to capture this villain when the previous superhero team didn't, and anything you want to say to the villains out there or to the public about what you guys stand for and what you're doing to help the crime rate.
All right. Well, nothing bad to say about the previous team. We're just a fresh new group with fresh ideas, taking a fresh approach. Freshly. On the other side of that coin, we intend to track down as many villains as possible, stop as many as possible, and keep lowering the crime rate in this city. We won't rest until we've lowered the rate every day.
The crowd kind of cheers, and then they kind of move the mic over to Dave or Robert, like, see if any of the other team has anything to say.
I'll just stretch a finger over and turn it back towards myself, and that goes double for both of my comrades. They're in the same boat with me. We're a team, one for all.
Okay, so there is like the crowd is there. Like the cops are starting to get them to disperse as cleanup crews are coming in and stuff like that. The media thanks you very much, and they're just like, oh, okay. But there are some like people standing about. So you do have your V swoop there. Do you have it cloaked or uncloaked?
Probably uncloaked.
Okay. So in that case, you have some of the younger crowd and even some of the older crowd. They're coming over and trying, like, they want to get pictures taken with you, like in front of, like in front of the V swoop. Some of them doing peace signs, thumbs up. Arm flexes. They just, they're all just super excited about this. You guys can go ahead and roll perception checks.
I was about to say, isn't Gator still like backed up in the
Oh no,
game store or whatever?
no! The Aegis agents came and they have. You guys took them down. They put cuffs on them and they're loading them into the chopper right now.
Oh, we've already defeated him. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah, no, Dave. Yeah, the media's talking to you when he's still in there. Like, we're taking a breather right now.
No, you never fucking know.
Listen, if they hadn't grabbed him, I was gonna say I was sitting on his back, holding his mouth shut.
Okay, so Stretch doesn't notice a damn thing. There's just too many people.
He's distracted by the shiny cameras. That's the question.
So
Listen, I'm doing all the talking.
yeah, so Robert, you do notice that there are several Aegis agents, like plainclothes Aegis agents in the crowd trying to trying to keep peace and keep tabs on people. You do see a couple familiar faces that you've seen at other crime scenes and stuff that you've been at. But it looks like, most of them they're social media stars and stuff like that, like TikTokers, people that have been like following you guys and getting the scoops and the stories, or private investigator types that do blogs and stuff. Dave, you do notice one man that kind of sticks out because of the way he's dressed. So you're in the suburbs, right? But this is this suburbs kind of like Watertown. It's not like super fancy and anything like that. But there's this one man. He's probably about 5'2" or so. Has this big bright red beard, very well dressed. He has this very dark red suit. That's what sticks out to you. It looks like it's made of velvet almost. The outside's dark red. The inside's a bit brighter red. And like he fits like just is completely out of place in this crowd compared to everybody else. But you see him like as you're going through the crowd, and then when you go back, he's gone. Like you don't see where he went, but like he just stuck out to you because like his outfit and stuff did not make sense compared to everything else because it's a very nice business suit, but it's a slightly older business suit or a slightly older suit, like the style of it, more like from like maybe the late 70s, early 80s is like the cut on it.
Huh. Yeah, well, dressed weirdly. It got my attention, but I guess if you're gonna dress like that, it's probably what you're trying to do.
Yeah, like you didn't see him, but you're like, okay, whatever. Like it's just like you just happen to notice because he's kind of stuck out. It's like one of those panels where like you're going, and like the background kind of blurs, and this one character just kind of is pushed to the forefront because he has like the bold outline. Because you notice him, and then when it pans back again, like he's just gone, everybody's in focus. So then, like all the media swarm, stops. Everybody does that. You guys get back on your V swoop, goes to the next panel, and when we get to the next panel, we again find ourselves outside of the Tantri estate. So you guys are coming down, so it's kind of an overhead view of it as you guys are bringing the V swoop down, and then there's little the speech bubbles coming up as Aton is screaming at the top of his lungs at somebody. You guys get down and you can hear him just bitching and moaning, but it's with the clarity that he's had for the past week because he has been under house arrest, but there's nothing actually keeping him there. He can go wherever he wants. Nobody can stop him. You guys have noticed that he has been he's been keeping to himself. Like he's more talkative now if you actually engage with him. And you realize how brilliant he actually is, but he also gets distracted easy and goes off on tangents, but it's not necessarily the incoherent tangents like you were used to when you guys first got here. These are tangents that, for the most part, other than Thunderfist, you guys can't follow because the technical aspect of it. Like he's talking, like technical access and computer and tech and stuff like that, but some of it's outside of your guys' wheelhouse where Thunderfist has a degree in electrical engineering and stuff, so he actually has more of a science background than you two and actually can understand a bit more of what the doctor is saying. But you guys...
yes, the polarity, you reversed it, of course.
Yeah, you guys come up the hallway, and then there is a flashback sequence that says a few hours prior, shows the front of the mansion, and then shows the skyline, and just this figure just comes down. At first, it's kind of like an Iron Man-esque type figure comes down, but it has bright and dark greens mixed with metallic, and it is like there's a little underneath it where it just says nanite, and then he comes in. It goes to the next very panel. He comes in and he is talking to Aton in the panel, and it says he's like, Aton, and he goes, Nanite, what are you doing here? He goes, I am the council member that was sent here. He goes, wait, you're on the council now? And then it goes back to the current scene where you're walking in, and Aton is screaming at the top of his lungs at this just play, like he's a robot, like he is like monotone and just valid points. When I hear a green mech suit, first thing I think of was Beetleborgs. Nice.
Big bad Beetleborgs.
But you guys enter to that. Nanite says, that is understandable, and I understand your distress. But this is not open to discussion. This is what's going to happen. I will help you in this endeavor, but the bracelet goes back on. We are just going to make sure that it doesn't have the detrimental effects that it did the last time. This is bullshit. Why can't I just be me? And he just sees you guys enter. Aton does like, will you talk some sense into this fucking machine?
Can I roll with my well-informed? Can I roll an investigation and see what I know about this nanite character?
Yes. Okay. So you do know Nanite was the originally the sidekick to Dr. Techno. After Dr. Techno got sick, Nanite became a full-time hero himself and took over Dr. Techno's stuff. After Keats Industries switched hands outside of the Keats family, Nanite stayed on with them because he was technically owned by Keats Industries, but he also wasn't. So part of the will and testament from Dr. Techno was that Nanite, he gave Nanite basically gave him himself, gave him his own rights to himself. He's like, you are sentient. You're not property anymore. He traveled the world as a solo hero for a while before joining Vanguard. So he's been with Vanguard for about 4 years now and quickly moved up the ranks because of what he can do and stuff like that, and the fact that he tends to be a neutral party and look at different aspects because he is a learning android, and he is one of the council members.
Council within Vanguard?
Yes, the Vanguard has a ruling council. That's their leadership. They have a council of 7 people. All major Vanguard stuff is voted on by the council, and the council switches. Members switch out every 2 years. So what it is every 2 years, one member will step down, a new member of Vanguard would go up to that, and then 2 years later, another member will step down, a new one will come in, and they just have that rotation to keep fresh ideas up there. And if one perishes, then obviously, if one decides to retire or something like that, they have to do it more often. But
Okay, so he's asking Aton to put the thing back on, and he's all like, "Fuck you, I don't want it."
yeah, pretty much.
I don't want it. You can't make me, man.
Yeah, because he's telling Aton, like, you have to basically, from what you're able to determine, is he told Aton it needs to go back on. That is the council's decision. But we're going to do it correctly this time instead of jury rigging it. I will help you with my technical expertise so we can build it properly so it doesn't harm you in the way that it did previously. And Aton's like, I don't want the fucking thing on at all.
He wants me to convince him not to?
He was looking at all 3 of you. Like, he did that, like a hand gesture where he's like sweeping over you. Talk some sense into him.
I'll be honest, I'm thinking in my head, it's actually not a bad idea to have it on him, honestly. Like, his power set is could very easily be abused. We honestly don't know him all that well, honestly.
Okay, guys, roll an insight check at this point.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so what this insight check is for is to determine like the last week or so. So the conversations not only that you've had with Dr. Techno, that you've had with Dr. Aton, but also that you've had with the staff at the manor, because you have like the audience has met Linda, but they haven't met the other staff. There are many other staff members that are on the ground. Like there's the groundskeeper, there's the gardener, there's the cooks that you guys interact with. But mainly, it's like Linda's the big thing because Aton doesn't like people.
Right.
Okay. So with that, Wildcat and Thunderfist, you with I'll get to you guys second. I'm gonna get with Stretch first. So Juddy, with your perspective of stuff, like Aton's he's just him. He's kind of weird. But like he seems to just be like focused on whatever he's building currently. Like in the past week, you've seen him like, just build like 5 or 6 different inventions, throw a couple against the wall, rebuild them, yell at Linda a bunch, and then like as he's been finding out stuff about like friends of his that Paris gets kind of irritated and pissed off. but like kind of keeps to himself for the most part. Like if you get near him, like he'll be like, "What do you want?" Like ask you questions, and then he'll start talking techno babble that you really don't understand at all, and you're just like, and then just kind of walk away from him. But you haven't really seen him use his powers all that much. Like from what you did see it when he did use his powers, could be very easily detrimental. But you haven't really seen him use his powers at all in the last week.
Now, when you say keeps to himself, is he like locked up in his lab working on something, or is he just kind of like
So
doing his own thing?
So he has not really left the lab other than to use the restroom or go to bed. Like the first week you guys were there, he would eat dinner in the dining hall, with you guys every single night and stuff like that. Since has his full faculties back, so to speak, he has not once come to the dining room for anything. He just has Linda bring him something. And if Linda doesn't, he will literally call one of the other servants, which he didn't interact with much at all before, and he'll have them bring it to him in the lab. So with Wildcat and Thunderfist, your guys' perceptions are a little bit different because of that. So you have seen him use his powers for like mundane things, like laziness. Like he needs a test tube from over there, and he just makes a small portal, and this, small portal here, small portal there, reaches his hand through, grab it, like just laziness stuff. But he's also been very fidgety, and from what you can determine, like some of the tech that he's making, is like could be easily detrimental if it falls into the wrong hands. Like you're not 100% sure what it does, but knowing that his mind works on dimensional type tech, and knowing what he can do. Sorry about that. And then also conversations with Linda that you guys have had, and her telling you some of the war stories of like when he was at his peak and stuff that he handled, like he saved the planet multiple times from alien invasions that nobody knew about because he took care of it before they even got close to the planet, like and decimated. So he has actually caused 2 extinctions of alien races that were going to invade the Earth in his heyday, where he just took them and ported them into the sun. They're like, nope. So, if he gets angry and if he is not, that he can be very detrimental. So you are more inclined to believe that maybe it is a good idea to put the ankle bracelet back on. Is that going to stop him building tech? Probably not, but being able to have tech and just the natural ability to it, because he's doing stupid little stuff right now that is just like laziness. What if he starts doing that more and more, and instead accidentally, instead of, I'm getting this beaker over here, no, I need to go to Chicago and just, oh, hey, I'm going to go grab this from over here, or I need this. I don't have time to ask somebody for this piece of tech. I'm just going to go grab it. I'll borrow it. They'll never know it's missing. And then before you know, he's robbing places and stuff like that. It could easily cascade into something bad.
I don't think it's an altogether bad idea to wear one, Doc.
Eitan looks at you. Are you fucking serious right now? I let you come into my house.
Even if only to put everyone at ease.
Okay.
You have to admit, your abilities are a bit beyond what most people can handle, and that does scare folks. Trust us, we all know about people not trusting us based on the things we can do.
And of course, they had to send Nanite. Couldn't send anybody else. Had to send him. And Nanite goes, "Is there a problem, Doctor? I don't believe we've ever had any unkind words towards each other. Well, at least from my side, anyway. And anything you say to me, I take with a grain of salt, so to speak. As I know you do not mean it. You are just lashing out because you have been, for lack of a better term, in lockdown syndrome for the past 15 years and not really being yourself. I do not want your mind to falter. I just want your powers in check, because the ability to traverse time, space, and the universe at the blink of thought, speed of thought, is detrimental to everyone if you miscalculate. while you can course correct your trajectory, it's also the fail safes if you don't have your portals attuned properly because you're doing it in that. He's like, I've always put the barricade up in between that so that way you don't have it doesn't turn into a black hole. Yes, but what happens the instance you're in a rush or you get too lazy and too comfortable and you forget that and then you don't notice because you're immune to it, but everybody else is affected and you then take a huge chunk of the city with you. That's detrimental to everyone. He looks at you, Stretch. He's like, hey, silly putty.
Oh, yeah?
What do you think? Do you think I should put the bracelet on?
Well, my main question is if you're this giant level of genius that everybody talks about, well, why can't you just modify it so that it just limits your powers and not your brain functionality? You can't think of some way to set it up where you can still be yourself and not have full access to all of your powers or have at least a limiter placed on them?
I can. I just don't want to. I don't think I should. I think I've paid my penance. 15 years. It was an accident. And then he gets really sad. He goes, it was an accident.
Exactly. We just want to make sure an accident doesn't happen again. It's not a punishment. It's a safety feature.
What about you, Thunderfist?
I'm inclined to agree with the others. Yes, I understand that you don't want to go back, but maybe, like Stretch said, if there's a way where you can keep all your facilities and still have a limiter, I think it'd be at least calming for everybody.
And then Linda bursts through the door, and she goes, are you still in here bitching? And she gets, like, right up to his face and looks up at him, because she's about, like 6 inches shorter than him. And she just looks up at him, she's like, this is what you're going to do. And he starts to rebuttal. She goes, shh. She just puts her finger up on his mouth. Roll a perception check.
That's the one I get all right on? Oh, all right. God damn it.
Okay. So you guys notice, and this is the first time you've actually ever, like, noticed anything, because Linda just seems normal. She goes, shh, and his mouth seals up.
Oh.
Like it just disappears.
Creepy.
And she goes, you're going to work with Techno, or she's like, you're going to work with Nanite. Use Dr. Techno's old research because you and him used to be close. Nanite is your friend. You forget that. You're going to work together. You're going to put a dampener on, but you're going to do it right. You're not going to spend a few days doing it. You're going to spend as long as it takes to do it properly, so you still have your faculties, but it limits your power. Am I clear? Nod your head, and he just goes. As soon as she removes her finger, his mouth reappears. And she goes, good. And he goes, don't do that. I hate when you do that. And she's like, well, that is your fault, not mine. And she walks away, and he goes, okay, Nanite, come on, let's get started. And they start bringing up schematics and hard light and start working on designs. You do see he does have several monitors going at one time like he usually does. You do see he is again watching this channel because he absolutely loves it.
Extreme Action Combat Championships.
Yeah, he absolutely loves it. He usually doesn't have the audio on; he has subtitles on, but he just likes watching the visuals.
I can just imagine the subtitles on that being a lot of Biff and Pow.
Yeah, pretty much. Biff, pow, hiya! Stuff like that. So as you guys are, It's been a busy morning. Like that took a bunch out of you. You're like I said, you guys are a bit tender, but you're on the mend. You're pretty much fully healed by this point. It's been you know pretty good trying day. You're like thinking about getting something to eat. It's about lunchtime. Um, you guys head to the cafeteria, or the dining hall, to go get some grub. And again, like there's usually buffet style there. And you see, like this is like during the daytime. It's you see like a lot of the employees that work there. There's about a dozen or 2 dozen employees that actually work at this manor that are in other parts of the facility at any given time that you've come to know and stuff like that. Like there's Joe who works accounting. There's Jose who's one of the gardeners.
No way, Jose. I did not say that out loud, by the way.
And stuff like that. As you guys are getting your plates and getting them set down, the Safeguard app goes off and starts dinging.
Wait, what goes off?
The Safeguard app. Safeguard is the app that lets citizens alert you guys that there is trouble somewhere, and it uses an algorithm so at least 3 different people have seen the same thing, and it correlates that with camera footage in the local area, police band radio, and stuff like that actually say that there's actually an event, so it doesn't give you false positives.
Okay.
So it says the Hookville Airport is currently under the attack by, and then it says, quote, like in quotations, flying monkeys.
Flying monkeys.
I'm gonna look at the app and say, God damn, this city takes its Wizard of Oz really seriously.
Hmm.
We all bought them monkeys up in here.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? Are you gonna go to it? You're gonna wait?
Well, we gotta go figure out what's going on with these monkeys.
I don't think I've fought flying monkeys before.
So, I mean, where you guys are located to where Hookville is, with the V swoop, it'll take probably about 10 minutes to get there.
Let's go.
So you guys grabbing your food to go, or are you just dropping your food and just like saying screw it and just?
I'm gonna grab a bagel on my way out.
I'm just gonna go.
It's the same thing I usually do, a la Scooby-Doo style. I'm just gonna like unhinge my jaw down, shove all the food in, and just like close my mouth.
All I can see is a panel like as you're doing that, but it's as you're walking the whole time, like at like the quick hustle. So it's kind of like you've watched Trigun, right, Jody?
Oh, absolutely.
Vash the Stampede, like the breakfast montage with the toast. Like it's kind of like that, that angle where he's just like running really fast, but it's just in his mouth and he's trying to chew it. But then it panels to the V swoop taking off, and then to the outside of the airport, and there is probably about 3 dozen flying monkeys just kind of flying around and throwing stuff at tourists at the airport. And then you guys arrive in the distance. You guys get there and you see the monkeys are all over the place. Some of them start throwing stuff at the V swoop and it just harmlessly bounces off.
Okay. Well, I guess our plan of attack is to take out these things
Okay.
before they hurt anyone.
So
right?
there is like people.
Yeah.
So there's people like crowded around in like certain areas, like trying to barricade them out of the, like outside of the facility, so that and stuff like that. So people are cowering, like under their luggage and stuff that are still outside. So before you guys do anything, if you could make perception checks for me.
God damn.
Back to these rolls.
Oh, yeah, same.
Okay. So Thunderfist and Wildcat are just like in awe because like So this is the only thing you notice because, like, you made the comment, like when you saw the flying monkeys, the Wizard of Oz comment, like, is that tongue in cheek? When you you guys walk out, and when you actually get a look at them, like one's like 20 feet away from you. These are like actually like this. They are the Wizard of Oz, like the Wizard of Oz monkey people, the flying monkeys. It's not. Oh, they kind of look like these are like it's like. Are we in the Wizard of Oz right now? Like these are the like what I remember from childhood. These are the Wizard of Oz monkeys.
God damn, I was making a joke.
Juddy, when you're scanning it, you notice one person that kind of like stands out. That's behind, like he's inside the glass. He's about 5'2", bright red beard, dark red suit, bright red interior, and you notice he has a tie on, and there's a 4-leaf clover on the tie. And then when you turn back to continue scanning, he's gone.
Is it not the same dude that Dave just saw earlier?
Yes, but Dave
Yeah, but
Dave didn't mention
I
it to
didn't
you.
say
Dave didn't share it with us.
It's a dude. Oh, dudes happen.
Yes, dudes.
Dudes happen.
Dudes happen, man.
Dudes be happening, man.
Okay. So what are you guys doing now?
Well, probably attack the monkeys.
Okay. So there is. So with these are. These monkeys are not very strong. You don't really have to worry about that. Basically, if you're going to attack one, you just have to roll an attack to see if you miss. It's going to be like pretty much easy. Like
Only
they're
pretty much.
yeah, they're not very organized. They're very chaotic. They don't have they do not have a tremendously good flying speed or anything like that.
Okay.
It's more of
Alright.
a nuisance.
Before I do any attacks, I am going to turn on my electrical aura, just in case I do miss that it decides to come at me.
Okay.
How's that aura work, by the way? Like, is it an actual aura of electricity around you, or is it just like your surface skin is electrical?
So it's an actual electrical aura that I can just turn on as a reaction, and then they just take damage if they touch me, or if I touch them.
Okay, so it's not like if I'm standing next to you and you have the aura on, I'm not gonna get zapped. It's but if someone were to like pick me up and throw it into you, your aura could hurt me.
Yes, that's
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's how it worked because I didn't want you to like turn on the aura and then all of a sudden I'm a big staticky fluffy kitty.
no.
I'm gonna lunge at and attack that one that's like 20 feet away.
Okay.
Not that far. Roll my fight.
Oh, easily. Describe what you're doing, Dave.
I literally, because we're like the VTOL landed and we're like getting off from the exit ramp, right?
Yeah.
We see the monkey and we're like, holy shit, that's an actual Wizard of Oz monkey. And I'm like, all right. I just hop down on all fours and I just use my leaping. I leap right at it and I like slash him with my claws.
Okay. You slash it with your claws. It screams in pain. Like you cut through it like butter, which is kind of disturbing to you because you think that would be like thicker, like you're used to, like you're expecting it to, have tissue and stuff like that. And then it falls to the ground, and you're staring at a sack of potatoes.
What? He went down like a sack of potatoes, I guess. What?
Do we see this well?
It's only 20 feet away. I'm sure you see it.
Roll perception. Oh yeah, you both hear it and notice it, and you can smell the potatoes. Like they smell rotten.
Ew, rotten potatoes. Gross.
You ever smack around old potatoes?
Rotten potatoes stank. All right, what are you guys doing?
Well, I guess I'm gonna look for one in the air and fire an electrical blast at it.
Okay. There's plenty of them.
Just
Just roll your.
D20 plus the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it!
Thank you. You go to shoot at it, and it dodges right at the last possible second. Juddy.
Yes, sir. There's no way to target anything, right?
Nope.
Like we're just swinging. Okay. In that case, I am going to attempt to basically grab two of them at great distance and smash them into each other.
Okay.
It's such a fun move, isn't it?
Yeah. Just double check here. Yes. All right. So combat. Where the shit is it at? There it is. All right. So I'm gonna stretch one arm one way, stretch another arm the other way, grab them, and smush faces together.
And kiss.
Yes.
Yep. So you reach out with your right arm, you grab one that's about 15 feet away. With the left arm, there's one about 45 feet away, but you grab them both, and then like elastic bands that come flying towards each other, and you just smash them. And then just bags of it's hitting two giant bags of potatoes together, and there's just mashed potatoes everywhere now.
Okay, again with the potatoes. Okay, I'm sensing a theme now. Maybe.
Is the theme potatoes? Because I think we're all onto it.
Well, yeah.
So over the next like 20, 30 minutes, you end up like taking care of all of the all of the monkeys, and all of them were bags of potatoes.
That's odd.
By now, the news has been there. Like the whole time you guys were fighting them, people are like in there, like they're trying to, make sure the monkeys get there, but they're recording with their phones again. TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, social, like all the social medias and stuff like that. The news van had arrived, and they were like recording the last part of it. The local police have arrived, and also a small-time local hero called Hedge. He's kind of like a shape-changing druid, and like he came like when he heard about it. Like you guys are already wrapped up, but like it's always nice meeting like the local heroes because he just like his area is just like this town. But again, the news is there, and they're asking questions. So, can you tell us what you saw, and like how come there's these monkeys look like they were from Wizard of Oz, but they turned into potatoes? Do you have any thoughts on this? Like, do you know who's behind this?
Still under investigation. I'm thinking to my head, because we have no fucking idea what's going on. God damn, people.
Stretch, do you have any comments?
Did they say stretch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do I need to re-roll my shit, or can I just say what I want to say?
No, say what you want to say.
All right, cool. Sorry, shit is coming unplugged on my desk. I'm trying to plug it back in. We believe this may be the work of somebody who has the ability to pull and/or manipulate things from popular culture figures. I would not be surprised if many more things happen in the future would involve popular culture.
So you're saying this could be Cinnabite or Cinephile?
We are gonna roll some kind of check to see if that's what I'm saying.
Literally, as he's like blurting this all out, I'm gonna like look at him sideways and do that raised eyebrow thing, like, motherfucker, shut your mouth. Like, I'm not saying that, but that's the look on my face, like, shut
We
up,
believe
don't
this is
know
the same possibility.
Like, we don't know nothing.
We don't, but we can make an informed guesstimate.
Oh, so you can roll a skill roll. Let's see what you have. So you can do investigation or insight.
Let's go with some investigation. Oh, thank God, that was almost a 1.
So you do remember when looking through, so when you first, first got there and stuff like that. So it goes to a panel of you were like remembering. So it's like a thought bubble and then into a full panel. So like your head's at the bottom of the screen, then the whole rest of the panel is your thought bubble, and it's like playing back the previous weeks. Like it has different dates, like a calendar, and each block is like you looking at different things, and it's like looking through the database, and then like you looking through the files of the different villains in the area. And there is a local villain named Cinephile who literally can pull things from pop culture, from movies and TV shows, and bring them to life.
Yep, that's the informed decision making I was happening. That is the fully fleshed out thoughts I was having at that moment in time.
Yeah, and it goes back to the reporter talking to you. And Dave looking at you like you're crazy.
This crazy man just figured out what's happening.
And they turn around and like, you heard it here, folks. A cinephile is the one who attacked the airport. Here at Hookville. Wildcat or Thunderfist, do you have anything else to add? Now that we know Cinephile's behind this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm gonna say after the fight, I've been trying to investigate the potato sacks, see if we can figure out where they came from.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of look up like, who's talking?
Huh? Obviously, he's busy in his investigation, as you can see. We'll move back to you at the newsroom. And cuts off the mic and the camera and stuff, and the reporter's doing it, but she has her little notepad out and she looks over at you. At you, Stretch, and she goes, "So you really think it's Cinephile?" I mean, that would make sense. I mean, definitely in his wheelhouse, and like loves practical jokes.
Kenny?
And then she's just like, "Okay, then."
That's you. Oh, okay. I thought she was talking to you. My bad.
No, she was talking to you. He said she was talking to you, Stretch.
All right. And they're
then
going to say,
Yeah, like she was getting ready to just walk away. Like I was gonna be like, "Okay, nice talk too, asshole," and just walk away.
Like, I'm just imagining she asked that, and he's just standing there with a shit-eating grin on his face, with his hands on his hips, like, "I am a hero, ha ha ha."
did it.
Yeah, but he oversized his head, so it's like very like the big cartoon head.
Da, 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 da.
But I would say, yeah, with the current information we have, this is the best estimate we have as to what is happening right now.
Okay, thank you. They all leave. The police, they're just like, okay, and they come over and they start sweeping up the potatoes.
Well, I'm going to help Thunderfist with investigating these potatoes.
So how exactly are you investigating the potatoes?
I have enhanced senses. I'm going to see if I can't get a scent off of them or anything. Are they... Okay, this is stupid, maybe, but are they the same brand of potato? Like, is it the same packaging?
Nope.
Okay, they're different packages. Okay.
Like there's some that are like you have like 3 or 4 bags that are like the same brand and it's like same size, and then other ones are completely different brand.
And they're all rotten potatoes?
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part?
You get a couple like in each like satchel or something that aren't rotten, but most of the potatoes are bad.
I'm not investigating the potatoes. I'm more investigating the bags, looking for like a lot code, any stickers that might tell me where they went, where they came from, what's going on.
Okay, so most of them have stickers from local supermarkets here in Hookville or from Bridgeport, which is the suburb just over, the town just over. So they're bought locally, it appears. You can roll, since you two are investigating, you can roll investigation, and you can also roll a perception check if you want.
I'm going to do perception because part of my investigating, I'm trying to see if there's a common scent off of each of them, like if the same person handled them.
Okay.
I'm going to do perception.
I'm gonna roll investigation. Son of a bitch!
As for the scent, you can't find a person, but they do have a distinct smell.
It's not just rotting potatoes.
No, it smells like primrose. Do you know what primrose is?
I feel like I should.
It's a flower.
It's a flower, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, white. It's a white like daisy looking flower almost. It's kind of like a mix between like a daisy and like a bellflower. It's the best way to kind of describe it. But like that's the scent you get from every single sack is primrose and potato. Robert, for you, because you were investigating, like all of them are various degrees of rotting, but you're able to tell that they've probably been rotting for probably like 3 days, and from the stench and the decay, it's like they were in like direct sunlight, like sitting out somewhere. But other than that, the bags don't look any different. Everything seems about the same. But rifling through some of them, you do find in the bottom of one of the sacks, it looks like a crushed flower.
I'm gonna pull out the flower.
So the flower does look like a primrose. It looks like there's other stuff on it. Like when you pick it up, it looks like it was inside of like a small satchel. Like you can see part of it that is bursted open. So it's a small little pouch. You're not sure what the material it is. It's almost like a like a very thin leather. But it was right underneath the primrose. You see there's some other things in there that you're not sure what they are. Looks like herbs or something in there. And then there's strange markings inside the bag. Remember, you still have the local druid there with you guys, too.
Oh yeah, I want to follow Druid over and get his opinion on everything that I'm finding.
Hedge comes over. Yeah, what's up? And he goes, oh,
So,
where did you find that?
I'm gonna point at the potato sack in here.
Oh. You're probably not used to dealing with magic types, are you?
I probably have a little bit of experience, but not a lot.
Those are hex bags.
Looks like a sack of potatoes to me.
He picks it up, and he turns just his snout, or just his nose into like a bloodhound snout. Takes a deep whiff of it. Reaches in, he has like a little satchel, like on the side of his outfit. He pulls down, there's a little book, and he goes through it. And he's looking at the sigil on the bottom. Well, this is a variant of a hex bag. It's a conjurer's bag. It brings something to life under a guise. So it gives life to objects that don't have life. Basically, think of it like creating a golem that's temporary. Which, I mean, there's several different types of magic practitioners that could do that. Around these parts, Let's see. Around these parts, I'd have to say it'd probably be Silver Sorcerer. Uh, he's one of the members of my rogues gallery. He can transmute stuff like this. Usually, he doesn't need he doesn't need to use these bags. He has used them in the past as distractions, which makes me wonder what else is going on in the area. So I'm going to have to check safeguard and and some of my other things that I do to check the area to see if anything else happened. Because usually if he did something like this, it'd be a distraction. Because he can just do it at will and when he casts his spells. But if he's doing like this, he's orchestrating something to keep something here. Honestly, what we should do is check the manifest of all the flights here, see if check the flights, see if anybody of importance is missing. Check to see if any luggage is missing or something like that. Because like with this airport, since it's not the international airport, this is more of a private, a smaller airfield. Private jets come in here all the time because you don't have as much media and stuff like that as you do as the international airport, so they can come in relatively unnoticed. So they'll bring stuff in from other countries and stuff like that. Like I do know some of the local businesses like Mars Tech is frequent here quite a bit, and then they just drive their stuff to their headquarters. And Andromeda's done the same thing a few times.
All right. Well, we should probably question who's in charge of an airport. Like, is there an airport manager? I don't know the command structure of an airport.
Yeah. You just go to the office.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to speak to your manager.
I want to talk to your manager.
God damn it, Karen.
I have a complaint. There were potato sack monkeys trying to, take my things. Oh my god. Ugh.
So you go into the airport, and you ask for directions and stuff and find where the office is. So they take you to the office. You walk in there and you see Agent Logan is in there talking to the head of the airport right now. And they're talking about insurance claims and stuff like that and what's going on with it. And he goes, "Oh, welcome, gentlemen."
Hello.
And he goes, "Let me introduce you to Wildcat, Thunderfist, and Stretch."
I'm gonna address the manager, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm just gonna point blank ask him, were there any strange flights or anything coming in today? Any weird cargo that might indicate why these flying monkeys attacked?
Strange and weird how?
Anything that stood out to you? I don't know, someone who doesn't usually come in, someone who is offloading an obscenely large crate, being secretive about offloading anything. I don't know. It's something that seemed suspicious or out of the ordinary.
Let's see. So he's looking through the records and stuff. He's like, that doesn't see. For local businesses, Keats Industries had shipment delivery, which they came and picked up by armored car, but that was earlier in the day. I do know. He's looking. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. He picks up his phone real quick, dials the number. Make sure Miss Lockhart is taken care of. Explain to her that we had an issue. Make sure she gets deboarded, and again, apologize for keeping her on her plane so long, and make sure her car's around and get her where she needs to go. Thank you. Sorry, Miss Lockhart, the CEO of Andromeda. Her personal plane came into this airport. So, but when this all happened, she had just landed, so we locked down that and made her stay in her plane. And I just realized that she's still in her plane because security hasn't like given the release to, hey, you can get off. So she's probably agitated. Like she's really nice and usually really understanding, but like she pays a lot of money to our airport for our discretion. So.
Okay, the timing seems to coincide best there.
But no, other than that, I didn't see anything. I mean, we had a couple international flights, which, I mean, the international Benjamin Jacobs International Airports gets more international flights than we do. We get the smaller ones usually, a smaller, medium. We don't get like big jets that often, like jumbo jets. We did have one from, let's see, Nova Scotia, Canada, Thailand. One from Ireland and one from Jamaica today.
Ireland.
Yes, Ireland.
God, this is so wrong in my head. What can you tell me about the Ireland flight?
Let's see. Private. Let's see. Private plane. 6 passengers. Let's see. Their luggage and then 2 storage crates that came off.
He said Ireland, Jamaica, and what else?
Nova Scotia, Canada,
In Thailand.
and Thailand. Yeah.
And Thailand.
Canadians. It's always the Canadians.
Well, my 2 thoughts are bags of potatoes and Ireland.
Wow.
I think-
I even said that they were locally bought at between, like there's local stores like tags on them, asshole.
That's what I was about to say. I just remembered after I thought of that. Oh yeah, that's right. Thunderfist said they were local stores.
The rudeness of this guy. Juddy, you should be offended, man.
I'm over here writing a firmly worded letter.
I'm gonna ask the manager if there's any like missing luggage or anyone missing.
As of right now, no, none that I see. Nobody's reported anything. I can check with my. If you give me like 10 minutes, I can check in with my security chief and have him do another sweep to make sure everybody's here.
Yes, please.
Okay. Just hold tight. And with that, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. Okay?
Ooh, 5-minute break. I can get a coffee. Hear that, chat? I'm getting a coffee.
I'm going to mute my mic real quick, check something. I gotta see if this is happening correctly. Getting a lot of echo. Who's that coming from?
Will.
Echo? Yeah, it's coming out of Will's. All right, I'll mute myself real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back, Blubber.
Okay, I'm back, bitches.
Okay.
Okay, so while you're waiting for that, so what you guys do know now is you have two suspects. So it's either Cinephile or Silver Sorcerer.
I feel like we really only have one suspect because we kind of disproved it was Cinephile because I don't think he uses magic.
Yes. I agree with that. So a few minutes later, the security chief gets back to him and says that the only thing that they've noticed missing is well, from what the security said for reports, is there was some damage to Miss Lockhart's plane. She is a little bit upset about that, so she is coming in to speak to the manager and to Agent Logan. Other than that, nobody was seen to harm, but there are 3 people missing.
Do we know the identities of the missing people?
So for it, they give you the list of the identities. There is an older gentleman in his 60s, a man in his 30s, and then a teenager who's about 15.
Is there anything like connecting them?
Just like general ages and shit.
Yeah, like they give you the list of the names and stuff like that. None of them are related at all. All of them were like by themselves on planes, like 3 different planes. Like the 15-year-old was traveling here. From the information that they have, he was traveling by himself. He was coming here to live with his aunt because his parents just died. The old man was coming back from a business trip. The guy that's in like his 30s or so, he just got back from a vacation, a company retreat in Thailand.
What did we learn? What?
Huh?
What did we learn? What's this? What?
I'm not repeating myself, Dave.
Aw, I was coming back from getting my coffee.
You found out that there's damage done to Miss Lockhart's plane, and she's coming in to talk to the manager and to Agent Logan. And 3 people went disappeared. A 15-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a 60-year-old. The 15-year-old was traveling by himself on the way to move. He's moving here to be with his aunt because he just lost his parents. The old man is just getting back from an actual business trip, and the 30-year-old was coming back from a company vacation / retreat in Thailand. None of them are related. All of them were traveling alone.
This was on the Thailand flight?
No, 3 different flights.
Oh, okay.
So as you're going over that information, a familiar face walks in. Again, just like when you guys saw her, a week or so ago, over a week ago. Actually, it's been about 2 weeks now. At the museum is Sylvana Lockhart. Comes in again. She is in a business suit, but her undershirt, instead of being a dress shirt, is a gaming shirt. Again, she has her hair back. The stripes on either side, the purple and the blue, are right there. She has her big bracelets on that are a little bit too large for her. And they just kind of jangle. And she has that ear-to-ear smile that just brings a sense of joy. She goes, "Oh, I didn't know you 3 were going to be here. You're the ones that saved us?"
Yes.
And the manager starts talking. He's like, "I'll be with you in a minute." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he gets like nervous. So have you guys thought about my proposal? About sponsoring you?
Honestly, our plate's been a little bit full. We haven't had a chance to actually discuss it.
Now that's understandable. How about this? And she pulls up her phone. She's going through it. How about tomorrow night? you come to Andromeda, and we can have dinner, and we can discuss it then. How about that?
All three of us.
Yes, all three of you. It won't just be me and the three of you. It'll also be my assistant and a couple of the heads of my head of PR and stuff like that. We'll actually have a nice business dinner and discuss what we have to offer you by sponsoring you, and then what we would like to see in return for a return investment and stuff like that, and kind of hash out the preliminaries of this. Because so far it's been like, hey, I'd like to sponsor you. Like, oh yeah, we'll think about it. But this is actually so we can actually sit down and at a point where none of us are like, we don't have the hustle and bustle of of the day and stuff like that. And we can just kind of relax a little bit and then just talk casually about like what you want from this, what we want from this, and try to see if we can come up with something that works for all of us. And I mean, if not, if it doesn't work out and we decide we don't want to do that, that's fine. We can go our separate ways. We'll still be friends. Like having you in the city, like you guys have now tussled with that terabyte moron twice. Like I heard Nanite's in town. I hope Nanite finds Terabyte, because I think Nanite versus Terabyte would be immediate friends. Ooh, and she pulls out her phone and starts like typing super fast. Oh, that comes up. Oh, that'd be I need to add them to my next fighting game. Oh, Ultimate Showdown. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. An idea comes to me. But thanks so much. But anyway, I have other business to tend to, and she reaches out her hands to shake all of your hands. Thank you so much for everything you do, and it's so nice having a hero team again that's actually helping bring the crime rate down. And some of these villains are running scared. Terabyte, I don't think can be scared, but yeah, like showing Terabyte that they can't like just walk over people anymore. That's just amazing, honestly. But she turns over to the manager. She's like, "Now, sir," and he goes, "I know you're upset." I'm like, she's like, "No, I'm not." She's like, "I'm a little irritated," and it comes down to that. Like, I just want you, like, we just need to. Yeah, I just want to know like, is this covered under your insurance, or am I going to be paying out of pocket? I am fine either way. I just want to make sure that gets done before I leave, so we can get that handled, so I know exactly what route I want to go. For that, if you could. And they just start like talking back and forth about the logistics stuff. And Agent Logan walks over to you guys and kind of pulls you aside a bit and goes, "So what did you guys find out?"
Tell them everything we found out.
Makes sense. Honestly, if I were you, I'd take a sample of the potatoes and stuff back with you. Give them to Aton, have him see if he can analyze them, see if there's anything else he can find out with them. That's just me. But
Sample those potatoes.
on the note of Miss Lockhart there, having her as a sponsor would be absolutely amazing. The merchandising alone and the PR that would help. And I'm not trying to push you guys. I mean, it's up to you independently. But Andromeda is one of the bigger companies. The video game, like, doing that, signing up with your likenesses of like into one of her video games or one of her Saturday morning cartoon show or an official licensed comic. Can you see that? Vanguard, Emerald City, the official licensed real hero comic with you guys there, and then be able to sell that, because people are going to try to bootleg you anyway and stuff like that. But getting that, and then that revenue partially comes to you, and then you guys have that to do whatever you need to and be self-funded. Because, like, in all honesty, Aton is really nice, and Aton is retired, and he's a member of Vanguard. But eventually he's going to be like, you guys got to get back. You can't just be mooching off me and, like, eating all my food and not paying for stuff yourself. So that's something you just got to keep in mind. Vanguard is very helpful as an organization, but you also think you're staying at his place. So unless you get a place of your, and if you ever want to get a place of your own, that's fine. But eventually he will start asking, hey, can you guys help with rent or something like that? Or the mortgage, I have bills to pay. It's nice being a benefactor, but eventually you don't want to wear out your welcome is all I'm saying. Just keep that in mind. I mean, or you guys can get...
Are we going to be homeless?
Or you guys can get day jobs.
You're funny.
I mean, you could get a day job. I'm sure Aton could whip something up to work with that face of yours. I'm sorry, that came off really rude. I am so sorry, he says.
I did not mean that. What I meant was you're ugly.
Day job, like an oral hygienist. Yes, yes. Yeah, you could be a dentist or something. I mean, I don't know, a sous chef.
Right, right. Because my fur getting into the food would not be a problem at all.
I said Dr. Aton could help with that. I'm sure he can find a way to transmogrify you. I mean, he's been all over the galaxy, allegedly. No, he
I was
has.
gonna like point my thumb over just gonna like point my thumb over my shoulder and be like, I pick up like 2 or 3 shifts a week at Burger King.
I'm gonna just stare at you.
Go like this, and I just change my entire body to be like a 1.5 feet shorter, a foot wider, like my belly sticks out underneath the shirt.
When he mentions getting day jobs, my face is gonna kind of go blank. It looks like I'm reliving some kind of trauma.
Okay, so side panel opens up, and it's Robert in a cherry picker, and he's doing, he's working on it, and then he slips out, and it shows him hitting the power lines and getting electrocuted, and then the last panel is him just on the ground, just kind of convulsing, and then just opens up and just goes, fuck.
Once the panel stops, I just start shaking my head like, no. No, 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 no.
Oh. Okay, and then the page turns. When we get to the next page, you guys are back at the manor house. You have your sacco potatoes. So how many sacks did you guys grab? Just one? You grabbed 2, 3? What?
One apiece.
I don't know. Probably more than one, because just in case.
Fur
like,
can double as dental floss. True.
I don't know, because was it Aegis or whatever? Probably needed some for evidence or whatever themselves for their own investigation.
Aegis wasn't there. It was just you guys and the local cops.
Or local cops. Sorry.
Yeah, the local cops took some, but they're not going to do much with its fucking potatoes. It's just going to rot in the evidence locker.
Yeah. Well, that's what I figured, but I mean, whatever they didn't take, I guess we would. I suppose.
Yeah, most of it they just swept it up and put it in a trash can and just they kept like one bag to try to print it, and they're just like, I don't know what to do with this.
They threw away magical potatoes. They're going to contaminate the groundwater.
Oh no!
They open up their evidence locker to find out that it regenerates every 5 hours, and they have a flying monkey in the evidence locker.
Maybe.
Magic, man. I don't fucking know how it works.
Yeah, so what, we grabbed like 3?
Sure, because that way we can do like comparative analysis and yada.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that sounds right.
Okay. So guys, when you guys get back, you see Dr. Aton. You see him and Nanite working, working, and they're actually getting along and they're laughing. And Aton's just telling stories of Dr. Keats, about Dr. Keats, aka Dr. Techno, about when he was alive and about like how they went to, he knew Dr. Keats. He's much older than Dr. Keats, but how he was one of, years ago he was a professor at Freedom Institute, basically MIT, but in the Freedom City variant of it. He was a professor there and taught Dr. Techno a lot of what he knew, and he was one of his best students. They quickly became friends, and then when Techno became a hero, he kind of helped him out with some of that stuff early on. I like when he first decided to become a hero, and stuff, and then everything happened with him. So then he lost it. He goes, I can't believe he's dead. He's like, I didn't even realize he died. Like, I didn't know he was sick. And Nanite's just being Nanite, which is very monotone and just to the point. Yes, he did succumb to his demise.
Crippling depression.
Pretty much, yeah. Who doesn't have crippling depression?
I'm gonna get some of that rice too, so we got it.
Tell Allison to shut up. I don't want to hear her voice.
She's worried because she just made me some rice for dinner. Said it smelled kind of plasticky when it came out.
I mean, your whole body is filled with microplastics, so I mean, to the point new studies.
Plastics. I ate an entire big one.
I mean, the thing about it to the point that a new scientific research shows that human sperm has microplastic in it because of how much we imbibe. Anyway, continuing on.
Microplastic. Ram it up your dick hole.
Yeah, just shoot a soda bottle into everyone's womb every time. Yeah.
Oh. What is going on? Oh, so you come in with these potatoes. Where are you putting them? You're just gonna throw them on the counter and be like, "Hey, Doc."
I feel like you'd have a little more respect for him than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should. I'll say that. We should.
I have more respect for him than that.
Yeah.
Robert's thinking, this man's at full power. This man's at full power. We do that, he's sending me to fucking the far reaches of the known galaxy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, logically, yes, we have more respect for him. But there's always that tiny voice inside of me saying, just toss these rotten potatoes on the floor. Hey, Doc, analyze these.
Can you tell me what this is?
I'm not doing it. I'm thinking it, though. I am thinking it like, that would be funny.
So you're thinking it immediately. His finger goes up. He goes, you even think that again, and you're going somewhere you're not going to want.
Okay, 1, I didn't know you were telepathic. 2, I can't help what I think. What I do.
1, I'm not telepathic. 2, a different variant of you from another dimension said what you were thinking. Firing plastic bullets isn't just for police crowd control anymore, and how any male can have unlimited crowd control by shooting plastic pellets. Yeah.
Listen, if the doctor can hear our thoughts, I want him to study Stretch and think what he's thinking. I want to see if he can tell what Stretch is thinking right now. It's a song.
He just
pancakes, take some bacon and I'll put it in a
motherfucker.
Bacon pancakes, that's what's gonna make bacon pancakes.
Fucking hate you. I hate you. And he goes, I'll analyze them when I get a chance to. And then it says, you can take a break, doctor. It is time for meal. And I need to recharge. He's like, recharge? I didn't think you needed to recharge. No, this is my polite way of saying that I need to get away from you before I sunder you. You are very frustrating at times, doctor. I was just being polite. And he gets, and Nanite just literally doesn't go like he doesn't get up. He just kind of consolidates down and deconstructs himself into the floor.
So, I love that. I was being polite, doctor. What I really mean to say is, I need to get the fuck away from you. You pissed me the hell off.
Yes, exactly. That was the what pretty much happened. Like, you are annoying as hell and you're frustrating me.
He doesn't leave the room. He just reconstructs his body so it's facing the other direction away from him.
Oh no, he didn't leave the room. He deconstructed himself and like is now a layer on the floor. Like he went into the floor. And Aton hits the intercom. Linda! Can you bring me some food? And she goes, how about fuck off and get it yourself?
Oh my.
Linda, we've had this discussion. Linda responds, we have, you dick. You're you again. You're not a crippled, feeble old man that's rattled with disease and half incontinent. So you can get off your lazy ass and get it yourself. Or give me a pay raise. I will go get my food myself, and I will give you a pay raise as well. She's like, oh, thank you. You're so generous. And then he turns to the three of you. Speaking of that, when are you going to start carrying your own weight? That's all he says, and he puts a piece of licorice out of the used licorice bin in his mouth and just walks away.
Stretch is ready for this. He pulls out his coin purse that he keeps his Burger King paycheck in.
Pulls out a quarter. I have this.
It's literally like one of the old school, like the old coin purses from like the 70s and 80s. Like
where you have to like push the end together and it opens up.
Yeah, like
clamshell.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought of. Does it have flower pattern on it?
It's either the flower pattern one or it's like the plain black or brown one.
Nope, it has a smiley face and thanks you for visiting Niagara Falls.
Oh, nice, nice. Hey, when the hell were you at Niagara Falls?
I don't know.
It's actually very beautiful.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, he actually leaves to go to, like, just walks past you, and actually goes to the actual dining room. I mean, now with how much time you've spent investigating and helping out people and stuff like that, when were you at Niagara Falls? At some point previously to you asking this question. True. But it's now about 7, 8 o'clock at night. And you see Linda's actually in there, and like there's a smorgasbord of food and stuff like that. But it's just you guys. Like the rest of the house staff usually doesn't stay for dinner. They're usually gone way before then. Like I said, Linda actually lives here. But now you guys, you had an interesting day. I mean, you fought a Gator Man. I hate that I have homework because of Freaky Friday. That I don't know what to tell you. That is all. You have homework? Guess what? My homework is done. I've had that prepared. Thank you very much. But you did that. You fought some flying monkeys that turned out to be potatoes. And then also you found out that Linda has powers. And now that you guys are sitting here, that is the main thing on your mind. Everything else is like background noise right now. But the fact that you're staring at Linda, this lady that you've only known for a few weeks, and you thought she was just a norm. But she has powers of some kind.
So, Linda.
Yes.
So what can you do?
Accounting?
Right, because every accountant can make an old man's mouth disappear when he's being uppity.
Oh, that. I don't use my powers that often.
She has the power to add and subtract mouths. Accounting.
So, how do I put this? I am a class 4 manifester.
Should I know what that means, or?
Yeah. So as a character, like you guys can roll a just a random intelligence check, or an insight check, because being with Vanguard and being part of the being all registered with the PS or the PRA, there's different classifications of power sets. Okay, so actually, out of the three of you, Juddy understands the most. You guys, manifestors are one of the more rarer classifications, and a higher power level one is even more rare. Juddy, manifestors because technically that's kind of a subclass of where you're kind of linked. Because with your stretch ability, it's whatever you can think of. You can stretch your body, so you're a limited manifester, basically, because
it's kind of like a Green Lantern kind of style thing.
Yes,
you can create or alter reality slightly, or certain things.
Yeah, with her, it's verbal cues. She verbalizes it; she can make it happen, kind of like Jessie Custard. Not to that extent, not nearly as extreme as that.
Not have the voice of God.
No, she doesn't. But with hers, part of it is she still has to, with part of how it works is she has to be touching something. So she has to interact with it and then vocalize it. And she's like, "Here, I'll show you." So she picks up a wine glass. This is a coffee cup. And then you see it slowly turn into it's still glass, but it turns into a glass coffee cup.
Does it change color?
It does not.
It's only structural differences.
Well, it depends on what she says, and that's what she like shows you. Like she says, "This is a blue coffee cup with a smiley face," and then you see it kind of like it looks like ink, like ink and water as it turns, and then it turns into a bright blue coffee cup with a yellow smiley face on it.
Can you fill it up?
This is filled with scotch. And then you hear like glug 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 glug.
The tape or the liquor?
Huh?
It said the tape or the liquor?
The liquor. Glug, glug, glug. And then she's like, now here's the fun part. One of two things can happen. So I can set this down and it'll permanently stay this way. Or I can set this down and it goes back to what it was.
And you don't know which will happen?
Exactly. That is the flaw to... that is the drawback to my power. Is when I'm wielding it, it's fine. If I'm physically touching it and touch it, it'll stay however I want it. As soon as I set it down, it's about a 50-50 shot whether it's going to keep its form or revert back to the other one. Well, it's actually more of a 40... probably like a 40-40 chance with a... the other split is it's something random will happen. Will gave you homework, Ness. I hope you gave him homework too. I don't need homework. I already did it. I'm an overachiever. I was that kid in high school. First day of class, read books cover to cover, did every practice test in it, so that way I didn't have to pay attention to the rest of the fucking year. Why? Because I'm fucking weird. But, so she puts it down, and we will actually see. So she puts it down, and it reverts back to the wine glass, but the liquid stays.
Okay.
She's like,
Honestly, when I asked her if she could fill it, I was waiting for her to just say, yeah, if I pour it from the pot.
But she's like,
That's what I was expecting.
yeah, but she's like, this is why, like, I never got into being a super. Like, I am a paragon. But I never got into that because of the power it is. It's unwieldy. You know? Like...
Unreliable.
Yes.
Especially in a combat situation.
I had to learn something new and apply it to stream. Eye roll. Oh, I am so sorry. Ness over there complaining. That's okay.
Hey, complaining is a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
It's okay, Ness. Friday, you can just scream at me all you want.
He's used to it.
That should be a challenge to your players. If you're so prepared, a sudden PC ride inducing event would be a cakewalk for you to handle. I'm not going to scream. Then you're not me. Nice Screws. Wait a minute. Nice Screws is weird. No, because then I have... that makes it harder on me. Anytime I'm Nice Screws, you turn into super agitated and panicked. And that's where you think something wrong. What's wrong? This isn't him. What's going on? Okay. You fucking give me anxiety over this shit already. Oh, sorry, guys. Ness was distracting me because she's a weirdo. Nice Group is a trap. But like she shows you a couple other parlor tricks that she can do with the power. She says interacting with people can be problematic at times. She's like, luckily she's noticed with people is the only time she gets the result she wants if she's touching people. Well, other metahumans, other paragons. Not so much when she touches a normal human or animals. It doesn't always, like if she did that, what she did to the doctor, where it's like you know, shh, you don't have a mouth, right? Because you notice it's not necessarily like, and she shows you it's not necessarily, it's the verbal cue that I have to do, but I don't have to say, hey, this is what it is. I have to have the conviction of what I want. So saying shh to the doctor, I'm shutting him up, his mouth seized up. If I did it to a normal person, it might not come back. Like, they might be just without a mouth.
Ugh.
Trust me, I had an ex-boyfriend one day that I told to go fuck himself.
I don't want to know what happened.
No, you don't. I think he's still in the psych
I
ward.
have a question, just from my own personal standpoint. Did it fall off or did it stretch around?
Stretched around.
La 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 la. La la la, not listening. La la la.
The whole time, Dr. Aton, like, he's been listening, but he's like he appears to be listening, but he's not saying anything. He just has a notebook and he just keeps on writing down equations and stuff. And if anybody says anything to him, he's just like, huh? What? Oh. But the rest of the dinner goes off, like, without a hitch and stuff like that. Linda says that she's gonna go to bed after taking care of the dishes and stuff. The doctor goes back to his lab, turns on, like, so now it's later at night, so he actually turns the volume up on extreme and is like watching one of the gladiator events while he's working. But you guys,
Is that on like 24/7 or something?
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, there's the continental U.S. has, what is it, 4 stadiums, and then worldwide there's another 6.
Okay, so it might be like simulcast from Taiwan.
Yep. And the thing about it is,
Or like the ESPN Classic kind of channels where if there's not actually a live one going, they just replay old ones or something.
well, yeah, because you have the Gauntlet, which the Gauntlet is one of the more popular ones. So the Gauntlet for each one, in the, like, it's like, oh, this is the Dallas Gauntlet and stuff like that, which is, it's literally gladiator style events. It's point systems and stuff like that. Like, it's not to the death. Like, you can get injured, but it's like a point based system and stuff like that, where it's like, because these domes are like 2-3 city blocks. So kind of think of Running Man, kind of.
Yeah.
But just not to the death. Is like when they do the gauntlets, and then they also actually have like their actual like extreme sports. So they have like Olympic style sports, but then they also have like superhero football. So you have super strong people playing football against each other and shit like that. Which all of them have like limitations and stuff like that, and like different rules that compared to normal sports. But these people get paid millions. But you can tell, like, if you guys like walk by the lab and like, because you can hear it. He is actually watching one that is several years old. He's like watching a replay. Oh, hi, Samish! So you'll have to go back to the beginning of the VOD at some point, Samish, because Ness unboxed those are micro hands. Those aren't even tiny hands, lady. They're like this big. Like, they're super cute and adorable. But what the hell? Like, I got myself laughing because I'm thinking, like, Ness, you can put them on your glasses. You can have this happen. But I'll hand it to you. Oh, Jesus Christ. But, no, he is watching an older one. The way you know he's watching an older one is because the people on there are, like, have retired. I wanted to upgrade you. Thank you. But there's several people that are on the episode that he's watching that have, like, retired years ago. It looks like he's actually playing catch up, like, from when he first put the ankle bracelet on, because, like, his memory's not the greatest. So he's, like, going back to older ones and, like, actually, like, paying attention to them more. Like, as you guys, like, look at him for just a few minutes, like, he's, like, at first he's heavily working, barely paying attention, then he slowly is paying more attention to the screen until, like, he puts down, then kind of puts his hands back and reclines a bit and actually just kind of sips on a drink and just is watching it to enjoy it.
All right, I'll analyze my own potatoes. Damn it.
Okay, so you're going to analyze the potatoes?
Yeah, I mean, thought we'd have the super smart guy do it, but apparently he's busy watching his wrestling.
Okay, you're going to have to use a technology tech to figure out if you can to try to use the equipment properly.
Oh, goody. Okay.
I was gonna say, before he does that, I'm gonna be like, hold on a second, and then run out of the room.
God's sake, it's not gonna explode.
You don't know that.
So
I could like scan it at too high a setting, and I just microwave the rotten potato.
the only thing you can figure out how to use is the microscope. Like you remember that from high school.
All I'm imagining is that scene from an episode of Batman Beyond where Terry's trying to do detective work and he's like talking to the back computer. Scan. Computer scan. It's like not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so you look at it under the microscope and
Science activate.
it looks like a potato, you guess? Like, you don't know what you're looking for. You've never really looked at a potato under the microscope before.
Oh wow, that looks just as gross in microscope vision. Okay.
Roll a perception check, Dave.
Sure.
Okay. So you're looking at it, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You see some spores and stuff like that where it's kind of rotten. You're guessing it looks natural, but...
I'm gonna lean over and see if I can look at the microscope he's using.
Okay.
Not much better, but I'm gonna just like try and dial it in so it goes closer.
You dial it in, like, you know you can zoom, right? Like, can you show them the zoom function?
I'm gonna slap his hand away. I knew that.
Dave, roll another perception check. Because now you're zoomed in. Him zooming in, you notice that like when you're looking at the potato now, you can see multiple like some of the specks and stuff, like the spores and stuff. They're 4-leaf clovers.
What the?
Your racism was right. It was Ireland.
Aha! See?
Are you saying anything to him?
Like out loud, it's just a what the? I want to make sure I'm not seeing things. You see that, right?
You asking me?
Yeah, like, and I'm as I like pull back and I'm like pointing at the microscope for you to take a look.
Stretch my head over and line up with the microscope, see what I can see.
Okay. Roll a perception check, please.
You don't fucking see shit.
You see spores.
I don't see anything. I lined up with the microscope, but I'm looking in the wrong way.
Yeah, like where you don't put your eyeball in it right and it just looks black.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see what?
You're like, yeah, looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, these sure are some black potato.
You don't see that.
And Robert said he ran out of the room, so...
I've been kind of like watching from the door.
Like, I can just see Robert, this really big, buff, muscular guy, just like this, like just peeking his head over, or like around the corner, you just see his eyes on the top of his head, and the domino mask, like, what the fuck are these people doing? Are they blown up yet?
I'm gonna make a perception check to see if Aton is watching them. Because they are just using his equipment without asking first.
Like, he's watching the TV for the most part, but then, like, as they're talking, he just kind of, like, tilts his head back, like backwards, like, just, like, at the edge of the chair, just, like, leans back, and he goes, "What are you idiots doing? Do you even know how to use a microscope?"
You look through it and you look at things. What's to it?
Okay, so...
I'm going to turn to face him and try and make my face look as much like a Professor Farnsworth character as possible.
Okay.
And just go, science!
And he goes, "You are so disturbing. Listen, I'd rather you two not touch my equipment because you're imbeciles.
Well, can you give us a hand here then, Doc?
No, I'm busy. See if Theodore will help you.
Hey, who's Theodore?
I'm gonna step into the room.
Hey, he just looks at, like, when you say that out, I'm assuming you say that out loud. And he just kind of goes, "Oh my God," and just goes back. He just puts his head back up. He takes his glass, and like he had a bottle of soda. He sets the soda down, and then from like a cabinet in front of him, he pulls out a bottle of liquor and pours it into the glass and just turns the volume all the way up on the TV.
As I walk past him, I'm gonna be like, I feel so bad for you right now. I'm saying this directly to Aton.
These people, I swear to God.
Let me have a look.
Sure, you tell me if you see four-leaf clovers in there. Either I'm crazy or he's blind.
Oh yeah, there are definitely four-leaf clovers in these potatoes.
No, there's definitely clovers in there. I don't know what the fuck he was saying. I'm gonna point at Stretch.
That's why I said black clovers.
Yes, they're black. They're clovers and they're black. Well, you do know you were dealing. The candidate that you're dealing with is Silver Sorcerer.
I assume we have like some sort of like supervillain database we can look stuff up on, right?
Oh, you're asking. Yes, you actually do. You can use a technology check to search it thoroughly.
I'm gonna search it as well.
I can Google shit. You're better at Googling, but I can still do it.
Dave so there, like, brings up the program, and it comes up and it says, it's so you have two different variants. So you have the Vanguard files, right? Which Vanguard is everything that Vanguard knows about heroes, and that's like their worldwide database. And then you have the PRA, which is the PRA is any like that has data on like a lot of the same people that the Vanguards do, but they also have other people that Vanguard's never encountered with, because PRA is anytime anybody's encountered them, whether they caught them or not, any information they have. So it's a little bit more search. Dave is just sitting there on the home screen between the two icons and trying to figure out which one to push. And Robert's like, just choose one. Like, just. So Robert, you click on the PRA because that one typically has more a broader range, because PRA has more operatives than Vanguard does, so they have a broader database. Where some of the Vanguard database, the stuff that they have in there, is more detailed than PRA. PRA has a broader spectrum that they can follow. So you do bring up that. So you do know from what it says for Silver Sorcerer has so he has magical spells, has something called Transforming Touch, so they can transform anything into anything out. Apparently, Wildcat's just boomer. How do you Google? I blame it on the half alien brain. They also have conjuration, so they can create stuff, and a magical blast. They do carry a sword with them as well. So Silver Sorcerer at the baseline is motivated by greed. So enjoys the finer things in life and uses magic to acquire them. So they will steal wealth, they will steal objects like paintings, anything that they deem they need in their life.
So what we should do is try and look up and see if any thefts were reported or anything went missing when the potato attack happened.
Yes.
See if it was like a distraction to go steal something else.
I do want to see if he has any markers he likes to leave around at his crime scenes.
So that'll be in the same basic search. So with that, no, he doesn't have any real telltale markers that he uses. Usually he is accompanied by because he has conjuration, so he does conjuring golems a lot. And the file does say what Hedge had told you guys, that like he has used like the hex style bags to make golems before, because those are for distractions because they're farther away from him. So once they get too far away from him, he can't control them. Like if he wants to make them just complete and utter chaos, okay, but they have a mind of their own. They'll wander off and do shit whatever they want to do. But he is quite fond of using golems of varieties. Typically, he doesn't do like the golems that he goes for usually are not like pop culture type stuff. He goes for more like traditional and like Renaissance era. So like he will animate gargoyles on a church. He'll animate like whatever's around. He'll just animate it and turn it into stuff. So.
Okay. Is there a way to see if like anyone uses a four-leaf clover as a marker? Because this is an oddly specific thing to have as a spore on a potato.
Yeah, you can search four-leaf clover. So that will be another role. So you can actually, since you're already in the system, you rolled the tech, so you have access to the system, you know how it works. Now you can use I'll let you use your investigation to probe the system now through the search functions.
Ooh, probing.
You are unsuccessful. You try four-leaf clover, clover 4, clover in general, four-leaf, clover leaf, like you aren't coming up with anything in the database. But remember, you guys also have hero points that replenish this run, and you can always use hero points to change the narrative, to get a hint, and to reroll.
To advance the plot.
I'm going to use mine to do a reroll.
Okay. So you'll get a reroll, so it's a reroll plus 10.
Plus 10, alright. So let me add the 10.
You can also take the reroll to take 20 as well, and just take as long as you need to really research it.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, you can do it that way too if you want.
So that way you don't have to roll for it, because we're not really under a time constraint either, so you can take as long as you need.
Yep, so if you want to take 20 instead, which means you'll just get a success, like it's an automatic success, but it's not necessarily like the highest success. So that's the difference between it, because it goes by the brackets. Taking 20, just like you'll get a success either way, which if you roll and add 10, you have a chance of getting multiple levels of success, so that's more detail. So it's kind of up to you however you want to do it.
I think I want to go try and get them more detail.
Okay. $26. So that is a degree of success. So you get an additional degree of success. So what you have found, so searching through stuff, the only thing that you can really see that comes up on a more advanced search is there's a file on fairy folk and leprechauns specifically. Usually the Irish Isles are usually where they are, but there have been some that are known to roam around the world occasionally. Most of them are magical. The ones listed in the database, spellcasters, stuff of that nature, just straight magic. There is a couple of them that are actually paragons. They are mutants that just have leprechaun-like aesthetics, that they kind of took the leprechaun theme. But none of them looking through matches like the real MO. But the good thing about the database is it also has the functionality to, and this is where the extra degree of success, so it has the functionality to search the local area, like looking at traffic cameras and like cameras and stuff like that. So you cross-referenced it with looking specifically for clovers and stuff like that, like around the city, focusing on Hookville. So you get a hit in Hookville. You get a God damn, I can't talk.
We can get a hit in Hookville, and we get a hook in Hitville.
Yeah, and then a hook. God damn it! A hit in.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
Actually, that was one of the primary ones I learned not to get rid of my stutter. But Hookville and Northern Shore, also Islandville or Islandview, and then the other point is actually at the cannery. So all of them is so it's searching image files, and you see it's a zoomed in vision of a cloverleaf like tithe pin. So it is actually so it is looks like it's the zoom in of it. It's each leaf is made of emerald, and then it has gold filament as the supports for it. And it's like showing the same one, and the backdrop of it is on a tie. But you can zoom out. You zoom out, and it looks like this man with a big red beard. He has a dark red suit on, and the interior of the suit is a brighter red. But he was at all 4 of those locations, and it all says all 4 of those locations within the last 72 hours. And 2 of those locations are locations you were at. So one of them was outside of the mini mart in North Shore. Just remember, you did this. I did what? I did nothing. What are you talking about? And then the other one was inside the airport at Hookville.
I'm gonna look at the other 2. Did either of you guys see a guy wearing a tie with a clover pin on it?
You have like the image pulled up on the screen or whatever?
Yes.
Probably.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I saw that guy when we apprehended Gator. Only for like a second though. I don't know, just seemed like a guy.
Scratch.
I don't know. I was told with the red tie, but I don't know if I saw the clover pin on him.
You didn't
Yeah, but he's
notice
also
it.
got the
Yeah, you didn't notice
he's also
the.
got the picture pulled up.
Yeah, you didn't notice the pin, but you do know the face. Like you didn't see the pin, but you did see the rest of him.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that guy. Weird looking guy.
Well, we have our culprit. We just don't know how to find him.
Well, so the database you were using, so you were using the broader program. You can take that search now and import it into the Vanguard program from that criteria, since you have image files now to see if the Vanguard have ever encountered this guy.
All right, is that another investigation?
Yes. Okay. So with that, the only thing that pops up is you've used these files before, and usually they're very detailed. This one is not detailed at all. There is 3 pictures, now 4, because you just inputted this other one. The other pictures are from different time periods. So the oldest one was from 1895, and then there's one from the 1930s, and then one from the early 90s, and now the one from today. And the only thing that it says is it says magic user ? Leprechaun ? Fairy ? Satan ? And then a name. It just says Rory Flynn, aka Patty Hats. I'll have to. Pack Nessie, I'm glad you like them. I thought Grizzlies deserved an upgrade. I'll have to watch the VOD for this stream when it comes up. Good upgrades, very thoughtful of you. Hey, you have to support Grizzlies with this condition. I don't have a fucking condition, people! Don't know how many times I gotta tell you this. These hands, normal size. Normal size. Look at this. Look at this. Normal size. Normal.
It's not a condition, it's a disability.
Fuck off, Juddy! How about that? Just for that, I'm going to put back on my glasses. I took off the headband, but me and Ness were wearing the same glasses. Need to get used to it for Friday. So, anyway.
Okay, I am sorry for my outburst earlier. I came at you with a lot of anger, and that was unnecessary.
Uncontrollable rage is considered a condition too, isn't it? Evan, you're not fucking helping, sir! Oh my... I am so excited for Friday. I am too.
Will, calm down. Calm down. You're getting too angry. You know how when you get angry, you know how your big head gets.
Fuck you! First off, never in the history of saying calm down to anybody has anybody...
It's overshadowed by all this unyielding rage!
Yes! Unyielding rage! This is your fault. All your fault. I don't know who I'm talking to exactly, but you, the audience, this is your fault.
Let me explain.
Thank you so much for a tier 1 sub. 15 months.
Tis music that will soothe the beast.
What?
Bacon pancakes.
You motherfucking son of a bitch, cocksucking whore! I swear to God!
Bacon pancakes.
I'm gonna shove your head so far up your ass you're gonna have to use your socks for a hat. Okay.
Pull your goddamn tongue out by the roots.
Damn straight. That is my favorite Elvis clip ever, by the way.
Bacon pancakes. Take some bacon pancakes. Put it in a pancake.
Really?
Put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes. That's what's gonna make bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and put it in a pancake.
Thank you for the sub! Go bigger, go home.
Pancakes.
Thank you for the sub.
Take some bacon and
You gotta put the fucking long one. Let him keep it bottled up. Yes, it is.
bacon pancakes. That's what's gonna make put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes. That's what's gonna make put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes. That's what's
Well played.
put it in a pancake.
The problem is,
That's what's gonna put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes. That's what's gonna make bacon
why?
pancakes.
I can't hear you. I am trying to figure out why it's letting it play duplicate when I have it set to... I literally have my streamer bot, like my streamer bot is...
Pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make bacon pancakes.
Why the music went longer than that? So something is wrong with my streamer.bot because the bacon pancake and the extra large bacon pancake are both in the same queue, so I should not be able to play them back to back. So I don't know why it was overlapping. It's not supposed to be able to do this. Something's broken on my streamer bot. I'm already turning into Ness. Already fucking broke something. All Ness's fault. I figured it out. Time or something. I thank you so much, Bruce. Please tell me you're not subjecting your PC to this madness. This madness. Listen, it's being panic Ness is a disease. I am going through a transformation right now that I don't know if I'll ever recover from. Not being able to know how to stream properly. Yeah, see? Really messed up. Not knowing if I know how to stream properly. Breaking my shit constantly. Panicking and having super anxiety. Blaming my friends for everything. Not taking accountability for my own actions. Just to name a few things.
Those last two happened anyway, but...
What the fuck? When do I blame you for shit, asshole? Stress test! You are my stress test, Nuss. My head's all shiny because I'm sweaty now. Anyway, where were we? Oh, you guys were searching shit.
That's what I was about to say. Something about a leprechaun or something.
Yeah, I'm researching a leprechaun.
Rory
and
Flynn.
Watching me.
Yeah, Rory Flynn, a.k.a. Patty Hats.
Patty Hats. Okay. That's a name. This is an actual leprechaun? Her face?
Seems like it. He's been around for quite a while.
Dr. H is like, huh? What are you talking about? I heard leprechaun.
Patty Hats?
I heard you said leprechaun.
Actually,
Patty Hat.
What did you just say?
Look at him and say, Patty Hats. Have you ever heard of him?
And then all of a sudden, you just Aton just kind of disappears, and so does the whole room. And you guys are in a forest. Rumor has it Gruzik's head is so shiny because he sticks it into a bowling ball cleaner before stream. Luckily, the buttons on the machine are tiny and friendly. Fuck off, Evan. That's a good one though. That's kind of ingenious. But you guys are in a forest, and you guys are sitting at a table, but it's like a little kid's tea party table, and there's a teapot and there's crumpets and cookies and stuff like that. And then you see a guy sitting there, dark red suit, big bushy red beard, has a very nice fancy hat on, and goes, "Greetings, fellas. How's it going?"
What just happened?
What do you mean? We're at a tea party, and a lovely tea party is. He starts pouring the tea. One lump or two. Do you want milk?
No, thank you.
Sugar? Milk?
I feel like this is I feel like we've kind of wandered into like Shea Gorath's realm.
I'm gonna. Does this smell like a forest, or is this an illusion?
Okay.
Roll for it, Dave.
Because I have like super smell, so
Yes, you do.
that would just be perception, right?
Correct.
It's the weirdest way I've ever heard anybody describe BO. I have super smell.
Okay. So, Dave, you smell two things distinctly. You smell potatoes, and you smell belladonna.
That's a poison, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at everybody else. I wouldn't drink the tea.
But other than that, you smell the lab.
So this is an illusion. We're not teleported anywhere. Okay.
And he picks up his tea, starts sipping it, grabs grabs a little crumpet, and starts dipping in his tea. Have some. It's divine.
I'd rather not.
You don't trust me, do you?
Well, I've watched enough movies to know you don't accept gifts from the Fae.
Mr. Owens. I mean, can I call you Mr. Owens, or do you prefer Alex?
I prefer shut your filthy hole.
Wow, you called me. I am doing a house call because you called me. And you called me. You said my names multiple times, so obviously you wanted to talk. I'm here. Let me introduce you. Rory Flynn. Or you can call me Patty Hats. Did you like my monkeys?
I'm gonna mutter under my breath, what is this, fucking Beetlejuice?
Did you borrow the pledge under the sink to make yourself... Fuck off! I don't gotta take this kind of abuse. I mean, I kind of do live with you. Anyway.
I mean, you could stand up and take the view.
How many hats is this man wearing?
Currently one.
Okay. Because it seems weird that the name's pluralized when he's only wearing one hat. Like, I don't... Does he change through multiple hats?
You can ask him.
Quietly observing, watching the hat.
I'm waiting for him to take off his hat for some reason, but under the hat is another hat that just appears. That's what I'm waiting for.
Incrementally smaller hats, but at like the smallest increment possible.
Yeah.
And he's like, So what do you want? What do you want?
Better question is, what do you want?
You called me!
The monkeys. What was the whole point of all that?
The
You've
monkeys?
been all around town all day, apparently.
All day?
The monkeys, Mason, what do they mean?
All day. I have been in town for exactly... And he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another finger just pops into existence, 6, another finger pops into existence, 7, another finger pops in over here, 8 days. That many. And he takes off his hat and sets it down. When he takes it off, there's another hat. It's the same exact hat, just a different color.
Aha! I knew it.
Well, now I'm kind of wondering the extent of how many hats he could have.
You are... Okay, so I have to ask this, Juddy. Are you ADD about that, or is your character ADD about that?
Potentially both. Because obviously he has some kind of like reality warping power, yet he's choosing to use it to create incrementally smaller hats.
Oh, I didn't say I did not say his hats were his hat is not smaller. It's the same exact size. He literally just took one off and the other one is like right there.
There we go. That's even weirder. Because now he's manipulating the folds of space and time to have multiple hats that are the exact same size hidden within inside another hat that is the exact same size. He's using his power to create these hats. What's special about the hats?
I'm sorry. In my mind, the way I'm seeing this scene play out, if we just let Stretch do whatever, Patty Hatch is going to be explaining his evil plan, and Stretch is just going to be behind him, continuously pulling hats off his head until there's a giant pile of hats everywhere. He's like, where did it end?
In my head, inside Stretch's head, he's literally imagining like 40 whiteboards with like the red string going from picture to picture, like chain smoking cigarettes, and it's just all pictures of hats.
Yeah, that is the thought. That is the thought bubble panel that's above Stretch right now.
That's what he's worried
like
about.
everybody else. So it's one of those things where Stretch's head, like you have Stretch's head right there, like everybody around the table. You like Robert and David, you two and Patty Hats are like little chibis. Stretch is full size, and then the thought bubble takes up the rest of the panel, like going off. And it's just like the red boards all over the way it plays, like Jenny said. But he's like, so let's discuss payment.
What?
Payment.
For what?
What do you mean for what?
Why would we pay you?
What do you mean why? You are the guardians of this realm, right?
Sure. City, at least, I guess.
Well, yes, this realm, the realm in the valley between the mountains, the Emerald City, so to speak.
And why would we pay you?
Because the tithe is due.
Is this a protection racket? Is this a magical protection racket? Are you serious right now?
What do you mean protection racket? I don't understand.
Let me guess. You want some...
Hold on. He takes off his hat and a different one, and it's a different color, and he puts that one down on the floor, so now there's two hats.
That was an investigation roll.
What, investigating the hat?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
So, what you've noticed is that every time he takes a hat off, his personality changes slightly. Like, his mannerisms change ever so slightly.
Is the only thing changing the colors of the hats?
Yes.
So the style is the same, just the colors changing.
Currently, yes.
Is it like a bowler
Are
hat?
these motherfucking mood hats?
But the first one was brown. The second one was green. This one is kind of like a bluish. And he just kind of sighs. I don't understand.
What's to understand? If I'm understanding you, you're saying you want payment to what? Go away? What was that attack on the airport for? But to scare us, and then we give you payment to not do that anymore.
To scare you?
right?
That is just me playing. It is what I do. I had to get your attention somehow. The other jokes didn't work.
Jokes?
Well, yes. Making the alligator man go crazy. Aggressive. That didn't do any good. Having a mirage of the terror bot thingy attack you didn't really get your attention either. Robbing 3 banks didn't get your attention.
There were 3 bank robberies? What?
Over the course of the week, yeah, that's about average for the city.
Jesus Christ, why does anyone use banks in this town?
It's not just this town. You have to think of how big. There's 4 suburbs, so there's 4 small towns, and then the metropolis.
Even so, that's a lot of bank robberies in that amount of time, I feel like.
Freedom City actually averages like 10 a week. Most of them
Like I
are.
said, why does
Most of them are foiled. Most of them are foiled by heroes like you. Huh. He takes off his hat again. This time the hat actually changes. Before it was a bowler hat, and now it's more like a tricorder hat, and it's kind of like a rust red. And he goes, "So are you saying you're not paying?"
I don't know what you're talking about. A, what do you want for payment? B, what do you want the payment for? Because you made your jokes?
No, the joke was to get your attention. You pay because that is the contract that we signed.
I didn't sign any contract with you. I've never met you.
Are you the guardian of this city? Of this area?
Yes.
He's militant and aggressive in the tricorn hat that is rust red. I'm wondering if there's any way to like make him go to a more docile hat.
I think it's more that as I'm talking to him, his mood is changing, and he changes his hat to match his.
Oh, absolutely. The hat's match the mood. I'm trying to see if there's a way to force it to go the other way and change the hat to force his mood to change. Like a blue, you know, like the newspaper hats that kids made that look like pirate hats or sailor hats or whatever? Like a blue version of one of those. Just a cool, calm, ocean blue, fun little paper hat.
The three of you roll a perception check, please.
Okay.
God damn that twat.
God damn it.
Okay, so you two are still like in the middle of conversation with that. Stretch, all of a sudden you're back in the lab and the professor is slapping the shit out of you. You look around. You look around. The other two are laying on the floor in front of the microscope stand. You're on the floor and he just has you like you're like he has you by the shirt, but your neck is like stretched out. He's just slapping the shit out of you. Wake up!
Just gonna come to like I just woke up from a coma, but I'm like 100% alert when I woke up.
Yeah. You good?
Magical man. Hats demanding payment. They keep changing. There's something to do with the shape and the color. I'm not 100%. I'm working on a theory, but he wants something. He wants something because we're the Guardians.
The fuck are you talking about? Go back. Go back to the panel with you guys, and Stretch just poofs out of existence. Patty Hat just like pointed at him, and goes, "You're annoying." Boop. From your guys' perspective.
Oh.
I don't like him. You two, we can reason. You are the Guardians. You signed a contract. You need to make payment. Gold. Gold. I don't know how. Gold.
What contract?
You are on borrowed land. Like you are. This is a rent-to-own establishment. This land is not yours. You're protecting it. You take control of it. You are buying it from me. This is my land.
I don't remember. I'm gonna literally like cross my arms and kind of casually look away. I don't remember signing any paperwork.
His hat. His hat.
There was no deal.
His hat blows clean off. That one, and you see another tricolor one that's like bright red, and there's skull and crossbone on the side of it. His face gets red. His beard starts lighting on fire. He pulls out a scroll case, opens it up. Here, and he hands it to you. Go ahead and read it.
I will.
You unfurl it, and it looks like it just keeps on going forever.
Wow, this looks like it might take me a really long time to go over it. I don't know. I can't really pay anything while I'm going over all these fine details, and I start reading through.
That's fine.
Section B.
I have all the time in the world. You, however, do not. Back to reality. Juddy, you see Dave convulsing on the floor.
Not cool.
It sounds like, what the?
There's something wrong with the spores on the potatoes. They're triggering some kind of hallucinogenic effect that's allowing this weird magical fucking man and his multitude of hats to pull us into his little weird fucking shadow realm. He's demanding payment and he's going to poison the Catman to death.
Aton walks back over to where he was sitting and he starts stomping on the floor. Nanite, get up! We got work to do. And Nanite just reforms, like you said, it's like a mist of, like a mist and swarm of nanites that just kind of form back into the solidify. What seems to be the trouble? Come on, I'll explain. You get on this, and they just start working fiercely, like looking at stuff. Back to you guys. So, Robert, what are you doing this whole time?
This entire time, I've just been looking back and forth between Wildcat and the Leprechaun. Not saying goddamn word, because my mind has been shattered about what has just happened. This is outside of my realm of expertise.
Yes, I don't blame you there. But Rory.
There's at one point where I also got fascinated by the hats, but now that has changed.
Yeah. But again, Rory Flint. I have a question for you, and he's staring right at you, Robert. Why do you all people think that we're Irish?
Me?
Yeah, why do people think that all leprechauns are Irish? That Ireland is just where we ported out to originally. We can port anywhere, but Ireland. But Ireland had the most magic, so it was easier to get through that fucking portal. And they're just like, oh, they're all Irish. I don't have a fucking accent. Fuck off. Dave, you're about 1/100th of the way through this thing now. And you feel like you've been reading it for 10 years. Like you look up at Robert and like you don't recognize him for a second.
Start trying to skim. I'm looking for the part where we signed or anything about guardians and blah blah blah.
It mentions different things. Then it mentions a plot of land that sounds very much like how it describes this, like what you know of the terrain around there, and that it was owned by fairy folk. And then years ago, when they first set up the town, yada yada, like the fairy folk were trying to help out and like, hey, this, that, the other thing, and then an agreement was struck by the Sentinels. Because they're like, well, it's our land. You can't, like, they didn't want them to build a city on it. Like, no, these are sacred ground to us. And they're like, what if we, like, the mayor's like, well, what if we bought it from you? And they're like, yeah, but how are you going to, pay you? People are short-lived. And it's like, well, and the Sentinel's like, well, we're the Sentinels. We're the Guardians. We're going to be here forever. It just might, like, we will make the payment. We'll make that agreement because we're the protectors of the city. But you have to make sure that there's no Fey interference in the city. So the contract was that they bought the land off them, and then as it is kind of like a protection racket almost, but they agree that they will not let any Fey through, like any bad Fey through into the area. Is the general gist you got. There's like more to it, but like that's what you're kind of getting at, but you're starting to get a migraine. And then you notice you're bleeding from your nose and your ears.
Oh, my.
So back into the real world. Juddy, what are you doing? You see Dave is like bleeding now. Like his nose is bleeding out. He has blood coming from his ears. Blood starting to come from his eye socket. You look over at Robert, and Robert's nose is just now starting to bleed. It looks like it's bleeding slower.
I'm hoping that that Aton and Nanite are making progress. I'm 100% sure this is some kind of thing to do with the fungus on the potatoes. I'm going to try and, like, what's in them is in them. I can't do anything about that, I don't think.
No.
But I'm going to try and find some kind of, like, hermetically sealable container and get the potatoes and shit all sealed away in this and, like locked up so that no more fungus spores or anything are getting in the air.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're doing it, like, they're directly working with it. Obviously, Nanite's not going to be affected by it because he's not organic at all. And, the doctor's probably not going to be affected by it because he's immune to pretty much everything. Especially without the ankle bracelet on, so... And for whatever reason, you seem to be... like, it affected you, but you seem to be immune to it now. And you're not sure exactly why. The professor says, okay, I think I got an antidote. Okay. And he just goes, stretch! And he just throws 2 syringes at you. Right in the neck. Jugular.
I fucking stab him in fucking Pulp Fiction style, just fucking heaving all the way down.
So Dave and Robert, from your perspective, you're sitting there, he's talking, you're reading through it, and like you go to ask him a question, and then the world just fades back, and you just see Stretch standing over you, and you feel just a sharp pain in your neck, and you're laying on the floor.
Ah!
As a involuntary response, I'm going to yelp and send a small electrical shock into Stretch.
Nice.
I'm rubber, it's fine.
Do you have immunity electricity?
Immunity. Shut up, Dave.
Aton looks at you. You guys okay?
I'm gonna check my nose blood.
Like you look at it, it's blackish. It looks like it's spore. And Aton goes, from the best I can tell. So this is like, it's not just potatoes. There's belladonna and a few other herbal concoctions in these potatoes, and definitely traces of magic of some variety, which is outside of my wheelhouse per se. But you guys were hallucinating pretty bad.
Well, I figured we weren't really where we were, because I didn't smell that forest.
What Stretch said something about the guy you were looking up at the computer. And Nanite looks over at this screen, like he kind of goes like this, like he detaches, like his head comes off and kind of like flies over, and looks at the screen and then flies back. Patty Hats, aka Rory Flynn, leprechaun from the third dimension.
The third? Isn't this the third dimension?
No, you are living in 3 dimensions, but this is not the third dimension. This is the first dimension, and then you have the second dimension. They're different realities. That's what I call them. I'm pretty sure Dr. Aton calls them something different. And he goes, he's from the Feywild? Well, it makes sense if they are fairy types. These things are... Like, I don't know about him personally, but if he is classified as a leprechaun by our standards, they are mischievous, they are tricksters, they are not to be trusted, and they will fuck with you any chance they get. They have no real agenda except for to screw with people. They don't, like, you've heard of mythos of Fey deals and stuff like that, Fey contracts. These things don't work in contracts. They'll tell you they do. They don't give a shit. You can write a contract, they're not bound to it. Because they don't follow Fey law, so...
He said he wanted gold, and he had me reading a contract about...
Dr. Aton, like, leans forward, puts his hands in the prayer, position in front of his mouth and nose, and goes, I'm going to explain this one more time, Wildcat. It was an illusion.
I know that.
He wasn't there. He's not there. That influence is a magical residue made from his psyche to screw with you. Trust me, the real him is probably not nearly as pleasant as that.
I get that part. I'm saying, well, he probably directed that vision. I wasn't talking to just a thought in my brain, right? I don't know how magic works, okay?
That's the thing, is it's going to... depending on how... Like, I'd have to analyze this. The magic part of it is what I don't understand. I'd have to actually call another Vanguard to come in to look at it. But that being said, this guy's on the loose still. But now we have something to cross-reference. So, the one thing I will know about them, they love gold. Every bank robbery in the past, say, week... bank robbery, precious metals, anything that is magic inclinations, like that is what they're after typically. I mean, that also means some of the tech companies, the museum. We had to investigate all of those places to see if they have any relics or anything like that that he would kind of want. I'm thinking about him being here. Who knows what he's been doing? And anything your illusion says is probably just him. Like, I do believe the monkeys were definitely him since the potato's there. I don't know about anything else. Like, their jokes are... Look for weird occurrences. So, leprechauns are typically... what is it? Magic level 3, 4, or a level 5 Acme, depending. If I remember...
5 Acme? What?
Yeah.
I've not heard these before.
5 Acme? Level 5 Acme? Okay, so put it this way. Stretch has 2 different classifications. You realize that, right? I'm so bad at how I have to show you this cursed project.
I totally know that.
He's a manifester. Yeah, he's a level 3 manifester. Okay. He's also a level 3 Acme.
Like Wile E. Coyote Acme?
Yes, he's a living cartoon because of what he can do. But he can manifest. He can manifest and manipulate himself by thought, but then it has Acme type properties, things that don't make sense. That's why he's like that classification. Leprechauns are typically either magic or straight Acme, depending on what they do, because they do stuff that just doesn't make any logical sense. That's just the classification that the PRA came up with years ago. So, I mean, but for this, I actually do have. I mean, if you found evidence of him being back in like the 1800s, you need to call Logan. Call Agent Logan. That guy's been around for like 300 years. He probably knows about this dude. That's what I suggest. But until then, just investigate everything that's been going on. We'll run some data files and yeah. But you guys are good. So Stretch, I honestly think that the composition of your body being able to manipulate your cells like you do is what actually kept you from staying in whatever they had. And in all honesty, if you wouldn't like if I wouldn't have heard the whimperings and stuff like that, I wouldn't have noticed.
I'm I'm like the service animal dog that let other people know you guys were having problems.
Yeah, because you were actually mumbling, and he heard you mumbling. He's like, "Shut the fuck up! What are you mumbling about?" And then he goes over and make out every couple words. Now something's wrong with these guys. Why are they unconscious?
I'm just having
a dream, and instead of making little bark noises, I'm just
I'm sorry. I'm imagining here is we were in the middle of actually talking with the doctor, and then from his perspective, we just passed out on the floor, and from his perspective, he's just like, well, fuck, I guess they were tired, and just went back to watching his show.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because the thing about it is, you can find out from his perspective, you guys didn't just collapse. You guys actually just kind of yawn and just and just kind of laid down. Oh, okay. That you could go upstairs, but he'd been drinking, man. His mind's not all there. Remember, he's still recovering from 15 years of being fucked in the head and drinking right now, which he probably shouldn't be.
No, I'm just thinking that's his natural reaction because he's probably thinking, well, I fall asleep in the lab all the time, so I guess I don't care if they do.
Yeah, just don't bring
I don't
anything.
think he doesn't care. I guarantee you, a thought crossed his mind of, you have your own fucking rooms.
And then the whole time, just you start whimpering, he's like, shut the fuck up, throwing a shoe at you or something. And then just hearing, hats change color, hats. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, wait a minute, something's wrong with this. What's this? What the? Oh, this is bad. How do I wake them up again?
He doesn't normally work like this, right?
Yeah, and he's a non-combatant, so him slapping you took a lot. Saw this in a movie once, and just starts bitch slapping you everywhere. But that is where we're going to end tonight's issue.
Oh, okay.
Next week, issue number 4 will be Fool Me Twice. And then there's a big to be continued at the end of the panel.
Dun dun dun.
I spent my PowerPoints to add a new skill, hat discovery.
Oh, why did that move? Why is that unlocked?
Next week, Stretch, Thunderfist, Wildcat, and Wild Magic. Be here for everything you never knew you needed.
Now I'm going to save that clip. Like I'm going to clip that just for the audio.
That's the end of like every like 80s X-Men book.
Oh no,
every
it is.
80s comic book.
Okay, so what did you guys think of the issue?
Interesting.
I liked it.
You said he was in a red suit. I thought he was like an evil Santa or something.
Yeah. Oh no, that's why it was the subtlety to see like what you're picking up on. And so in your guys' defense, okay, me being pagan, like my folklore knowledge of when it comes to certain things and herbs and stuff, so potatoes are actually used for illusion magic, right? And belladonna, while it is a poison, belladonna is also used in what has been used in rituals and stuff for astral projection and vision quest. So like having those two mixed together is kind of like my thought process. Like, okay, well these technically go together with this. He is a leprechaun. He is using fey magic, but he's also going to use materials that are there to do stuff. So it's because I could have gone just full spell weave magic. I'm like, now I want to go more herbalist magic because it's like he is a leprechaun, but he's just kind of like you don't know what he's there for. Like that's, but now you'd have all that information and see what he's capable of when he's just fucking with you. Because you have to remember, leprechauns are tricksters. What he did with the potatoes, hoping heroes would find it, that's the joke of you guys not realizing what's going on and you getting trapped in that loop. But you got out of it, so it's like, oh, these guys are play toys. Okay. Keep these distracted, keep these people away from me while I'm looking for what I'm looking for. Oh, they figured it out. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Uh-oh.
So that's kind of like what it is. And also for anybody watching, so this episode I will upload, I don't know exactly when, but you can watch last week's episode is uploaded to my YouTube channel. So it's YouTube, Gruznik. Definitely go there, check out issue 0, issue 1, issue 2, and we will be putting this issue up too. It might not be until next Wednesday, depending, because I have other stuff that I have to do, and sometimes I've been doing it like the day of the of the next stream. But guys, I am going to mute and deafen real quick to talk to chat for a bit before I end stream. If you're still here afterwards, I will talk to you. Otherwise, I will see you guys when I see you. Sorry, folks. Thank you so much. So, building an M&M issue is always fun. I wanted to do something a bit different since none of them are magic users. I wanted to do a magic mystery. So, like I said, this one was Fool Me Once, and next issue will be Fool Me Twice. So, it'll be our first continuation storyline for a small arc. Well, you get to meet some more NPCs. Stuff like that. Talk to Dr. Atons a bit more. Meet Nanite. Nanite is an NPC from our original campaign. All of that is actual like backstory from like stuff we have because he was actually based on a character that I was originally going to play, and then it turned to an NPC when I didn't play that character. But it's super fun. But I enjoy M&M, and I hope you guys enjoy M&M too. I want to thank everybody who subbed today. So. Samish Girl, Vaping Unicorn, Panic Nest. Super appreciate it. Like all that funding definitely helps because with that I give it thanks for the fun. You're welcome. Thank you guys for showing up. So with that I use it to help with the stream, to upgrade gear and also give back to the community, whether it be through gifted subs or through charitable donations myself. So that being said, Friday is Freaky Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. View me here at twitch.tv/Gruznik or at twitch.tv/PanicNest from Panic's perspective. So I will be her, she will be me. It's going to be interesting. She has some stuff up her sleeve. I know she does. I have some stuff up my sleeve. But it's going to be a super fun day. And it's all because of you guys. Because between me and Ness, we raised $1,000, $500 a piece to get Freaky Friday. And it's going to be fun. That being said, also, I don't know if you noticed, there is a new emote as a follower emote for my channel, which is the new icon that I posted on all my socials, which is the Panicked Gru. So it's I wanted to do a cutesy mashup that was me, that really embodied me and Ness as one entity, so to speak. So, my big beard, my color scheme, Ness's hair, and the bow, because I think it turned out super cute. And you have to understand this, is I don't do cutesy well. It's just who I am. So I have to stop. So it's always a challenge. And that's kind of like, I challenge myself for it to be cutesy. So there's that. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can think of, and see who's on. So who do I want to raid out to? You know something? I don't know how much longer he's going to be on, but he is playing something else. So I know you're watching me and you got to hear him. It looks like he is playing playing another game. It looks like so the real Juddy, we're going to raid out to him. Why? Because Juddy is still trying to get to affiliate. He's still trying to grow his theme or his stream. And he he's a great guy. He's been one of my closest friends for many, many years, almost 2 decades now. So we're going to go over and we're going to go say hi to him. And he'll know it's coming. Oh, might help if I could spell. Well, he'll know about me, but give him hell. And, I mean, give him a follow, too. Why? Because, like I said, he's trying to get to affiliate. This is his... so he joined Extra Life last year. So this is technically his second year. Still trying to, he's still trying to figure it all out. Trying to find, he has a fun stream. He's still, getting the others, getting some of the other aspects of it. He's still, finding himself in that aspect, but it's always fun to see somebody grow. So we will raid out to him, and I hope to see all of you, every single one of you. Bring a friend, bring a family member, check out what's going to be a super hilarious and potentially, not potentially, a super hilarious and definitely chaotic stream on this Freaky Friday. And I will see you guys later.
What is my... Oh god, it's a test stream. Don't raid. What are you doing in my swamps? I don't know what I'm doing. I've forgotten all the fucking controls for this game. Apparently that's a camera app.